Hello, everyone. Hey, it came up correctly this time. Let's go. We don't have anything to fix.
Yay!
The correct episode is on there. Everything is right today. That makes me actually terrified because now I'm like, what's gonna go wrong? But as of right now, everything's going very well. So how's everybody doing? Welcome in to episode 8 already of our marvelous campaign, which you know we still don't have a group name yet. I'm sure it'll happen eventually, but
Maybe. I mean, you know how bad we are with group names.
yeah, but there's new people around this time. It's
That's
not
true.
it's not the same group it's always been. So
We
so
just like organically let the group name happen.
oh, absolutely. You don't have to just make one up because it's not a rule.
Valandir is gonna get super insecure that we don't have a group name now.
Oh,
Oh, God.
I was gonna say in the other one that we're doing right now, we've been playing for 9 months now, Gibby. They don't have a group name, so
Wait, don't we have a group name?
I mean, I guess, but it never gets used. You guys came up with... No, I guess, no, you did come up with one. Never mind, hold up. Okay, with the other one, we're at least 10 sessions in, and they don't have, so...
Oh, yeah.
I'm right about one of these. Not gonna lie, it gets used so little, I completely forgot that you guys had one.
Like we came up with one, but the one who would use it is not playing currently. So
True.
technically, we have two of them.
I don't think any of the groups that I'm in have come up with names ever.
Um,
No, wait, there was one, but we literally just was like, hey, you guys need to come up with a name so we can keep in contact with you.
yeah, sometimes it just doesn't happen. But anyway...
You're talking about the one that we're in right now has a name.
That's
Oh, yeah,
not
it
really
does.
our group's name, though.
Because
I
I
thought it
was
was
thinking,
always
like,
Valandir and friends. I'm kidding.
Well, I mean, that would make sense because then that would be separating the rest of the party from Valandir, which seems to happen a lot.
This is true.
Like,
See, I found a way to isolate myself yet put myself in front.
oh, wow, good for you.
Cheers.
Right.
Here's to being a problem child.
Valandir's just the middle child. That's what the problem is.
It's actually in IRL too.
But all right. Announcement wise, guys, don't forget we are going to do a special stream once we hit affiliate. We're almost to 30 followers right now, which is kind of wild. We've only done 4 streams, so and only 3 of them really exist. So that's kind of wild to me. So we're almost to 30 followers. When we hit affiliate here on the channel, then we are going to do a special stream where chat helps us create an NPC character for the campaign, which I'm excited for. Hopefully you guys, the prospect of that is exciting to you guys as well. Other than that, we should be live again next Monday, I think.
Believe so.
If you guys haven't figured it out by now, this is where we talk about whether or not we're going to go the next week or not is during
Hey,
the session.
does that work for everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I'm good. If something comes up during the week, I'll make sure to put it in my Discord. And I'm sure everyone else would do the same. So other than that, I don't really have any announcements. So I suppose that means we should go ahead and get started with the session. Previously on Tales from Hylem. You here to fight or you here to drink?
Fight.
Fight, I like you. Yeah, and as you step in, knocking one leg to the side, the other, he falls to his knees, and you bring the hammer across the side of his face. There's like a moment where he pauses for a second, then falls forward on his face into the sand.
I slowly, carefully unsheath that silver dagger from my waistband, because that's where I believe I'd kept it before. Show it to him. It's a silver dagger with a ruby.
This is from the Kildor family. The plan for today was to continue to let him win all the fights, and then at the end we would come in when and take the gold, which I suppose technically makes us opposing each other. However, I've quite come to like you in the time that we've spent together so far. I think we have a lot in common. You'd join me for the show later, I would much appreciate it. We could talk for the business, perhaps. Slamming his face down into the splinters in the floor, and as he like brings his head back up, just your forehead straight into his forehead, and he just slumps unconscious on top of you. So, we profit off of taking those who survive in the clan, and we profit by taking the land. Toki and Takar had set out to knock some heads together and gather information at the high tide. While there, Takar made quite the distraction with his impressive display of combat prowess, while Toki gathered as much information as he could. In this process, Toki made a very interesting and very morally disgusting Toki met a very interesting and morally disgusting character. Before leaving the high tide, they had agreed to meet again that night at the Dim and Coals Tavern to discuss further business. After Toki collected the substantial amount of coin he had won betting on Takar, he carried the bruised and battered dwarf back to his room. While this took place, Valandir went on a bit of a shopping adventure. He found a couple of shops who seemed to be run by honest folk, and made some very good trades improving his armor and weaponry. He also made a certain jeweler very happy by trading him a vintage Kildorian dagger, a deed that he will not soon forget. Back at the Dim and Coals Tavern, Luna once again performed miracles in the kitchen that shocked the taste buds of each of those who dined there. While Luna defied the laws of flavor, Kennever helped her good friend prepare for that night's performance. Once she had finished there, she made her way down to the main room where she eventually met up with Toki. The two of them sat and discussed the happenings of the day and what information they currently had on the case they were working, as well as discussing their shared feelings about the city. As their conversation was coming to a close, they were approached by the gentleman that Toki had agreed to meet with. He introduced himself as Tillman Lungston, and once it was just himself and Toki, revealed quite the oppressive plan. He insisted that Toki take until the end of the performance to make up his mind, then sat back to watch the show. The performance that night was one that Toki, you've probably seen at least once before, however not very recently, as Rosalind Goldenweave, aka the Dryad of Ercinder, was performing one of her dance routines that night. It was a very beautiful interpretive dance display, telling the story of a tragic love that ended with the death of one of the parties and the everlasting heartache of the other. But as the show came to a close, more drinks were brought to your table, still being paid for by Tillman, even after the sum of 250 gold, plus the 75 extra gold that he had given you as an incentive to hear him out and to keep your silence. It was quite the performance.
What was the deal again? It was sending out to like Takar's tribe, right?
Essentially what he wanted to do, what his plan is right now, is to remove the Stormraven Barbarian clan from the Golden Orchard so that the Empire of the Cities of Flame can take the Golden Orchard for themselves, making more money from the amount of goods they would be able to obtain from the Golden Orchard, as well as profiting off of, instead of murdering all of the barbarians, taking them and shipping them out, selling them as slaves, and profiting from both ends of the arrangement. Where you have a member of, at least in his eyes, where you have a member of this barbarian clan underneath you, you have an advantage should you agree to work with him, because your man will understand the inner workings of the barbarian clan, and he's willing to pay you. I believe it was 2,000 gold pieces for if you were able to provide him with significant amount of information, but he was willing to make it much more worth your time if you were willing to go in as insiders within the barbarian clan.
Yeah, 2,500 gold now for information, and
Yep.
15% of the income from this successful venture,
Okay, okay.
and more if you sent Takar to be an inside man.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I could not remember exactly what the deal was. I was just in the middle of opening up the notes.
I was gonna say, yeah, just pull up Allie and Christian's notes. It's all there.
Yeah, that's what I was like in the middle of doing. I
With
didn't
colorful
expect to
commentary.
start off with me.
They're 10 times more detailed than my notes, and I made up the stuff.
You're welcome, gamers.
We're doing our part.
If you could start including a description of what the voices sound like for each character, so that I can look at that too, that'd be great. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, now you know we're gonna do it.
It's a joke. Please don't go through that effort. I can just rewatch the episode.
No, we gotta do it now.
Nope. Go for it, Christian.
That was a lovely performance today.
Was no performance by the Lady Kennever, but it was entertaining. So, the performance didn't last quite as long as I thought it would, but have you had time to think of my proposal, and have you come to an answer?
I'm thinking about your proposal, and I would like more time to think about it, because this is a very big commitment.
How much more time would you be looking for?
Could you give me 24 hours?
Same place?
Yes.
Very well, but I will need the answer upon that time.
I promise to not. I am not a man to waste your time. And Toki like grabs his drink and gestures like a cheers.
Clinks his glass to yours, takes a drink. Very well then. Tomorrow night, same place. 24 hours from now, I can make this work. You said that you're not a man to waste my time, and I respect that greatly. But see that you stay true to those words. Time is valuable.
Time is the only thing money can't buy.
Very wise. Well, the show is over. I am full and have had plenty to drink for the evening. So, if you'll excuse me, I have other business to attend to. Good
Toki
evening.
nods his head. You have a good night. We'll speak. I'll speak to you tomorrow night.
Very well. He slides back from the table and stands up and makes his way out of the tavern. as the performance has come to a close, many of the guests here at the Dim and Cole's Tavern begin making their way to the exit. A few staying around, deep in conversation or talking about the show, just wanting to get a few more drinks in, and some ordering just one more appetizer, as the food was just that delectable. But for the most part, the tavern does begin to clear out. Valandir, you watch as you once again see the man who you recognize as Tillman exit the tavern, making his way down the street, and is shortly followed by a fairly large crowd of people, as you come to the understanding that the finale performance of the night has come to a close, and so many people are making their way home for the night.
Okay. I'll probably still lay low,
Okay,
honestly.
perfect. Enough time has passed and enough of the situation has shifted. Why don't you go ahead and either give me a performance check to blend in or a stealth check to just stay out of sight.
Rolled 16 on performance.
All right, very good. As there's now only a few patrons left within the establishment, two of whom, Luna being acquaintances and one being a friend of yours. Garrett makes his way over, once again holding a small basket this time, sets it on the counter. I know what you said, but again, these are the tips for tonight. I wouldn't get too terribly accustomed to this. I've never seen 2 nights in a row like this before. So I'm sure people won't be loose with their coin forever, so I think you should take advantage of this now and not pay me to fix doors.
Well, did you fix anything in the last 24 hours?
I have, yes.
How much is here?
I only did a quick count, but there's over 20 gold pieces and over another 20 silver.
What did you fix?
Well, there was a squeaky step that I fixed, and one of the locks on the doors upstairs has been replaced. That was.
Gonna hand him 5 gold.
Thank you, Luna. So subtracting the 5 gold, you still have a total of 19 gold pieces.
Yeah.
And 23 silver.
Okay. Like scared. Okay.
You keep this up, and Shyla's going to have competition when she comes back.
Bigger and better things to move on to. That's fine. She can have her job back.
You're not
About
planning
the
on
leftovers.
staying?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I'm here to help. Whatever.
Are you planning on moving on?
You know, I kind of go where I want.
Yeah, I see that. Well, you always have a job here. Should you
Nice.
ever want it.
So about the leftovers.
Yes, of course. Anything left in the kitchen? Anything that can't be used tomorrow?
Great. Luna's gonna go back and take everything that she very nicely sectioned off, knowing that it couldn't be used tomorrow, and she's just gonna put it in her pockets.
Well, we're all but closed up for the night. If you'd like to head home after you've cleaned up, that's entirely up to you. But thank you once again for your incredible abilities in the kitchen.
No problem.
And he just heads off, just kind of keeping an eye on the very few patrons that are left within the tavern, not really working on anything at the moment, but just kind of waiting till the last of the people have left.
We head out once I got paid and got my food. I'd be ready if Kennever's ready.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything. Like, well, I guess, is Toki still here?
I think once the crowd would have dispersed, Toki probably would have left.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm probably not doing anything. I'll go check on Takar once more just to make sure he's still breathing. After that beatdown that he took.
Okay. So you head up to the room where Takar's been staying. There is very loud snoring coming from the other side of the door.
Okay.
So
I like
it's a
hear
safe
that.
assumption that he's still breathing.
Well, that's good then.
I don't know. You may want to go check.
At some point in the night, Takar, if you do, you can wake up and eating the food that Luna had prepared for you, you would regain 7 hit points. Which would then make the rest of your night a little bit more comfortable sleeping as well. Not quite as sore as you were before eating the soup.
The snoring has lessened just a little.
He's able to sleep on his side now, so it's not as overpowering. All right, so what's everybody's plans for the night? I would assume Takar's is to sleep.
Oh, geez, I wonder how you guessed that.
A hunch, maybe.
Toki would probably go home to see if there's a feather at his window from Captain Morrison.
Okay. Valendir, you still just kind of staking the place out?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably be there probably till mid-morning, assuming nothing happens.
Okay. So just wait until the sun's been up for a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
I think Luna will probably go back with Kennever and then ask her some questions because she said we would talk
We did say we would talk.
later. Yep.
Okay.
So when we get home, we'll walk in and I'll close the door and I will lock it just because.
You found a dead body outside of it this morning?
That's that too. Yeah, You know, maybe that should be higher up on the reasons of why, but
Okay.
and I will. Actually, I'm going to start grabbing some stuff and sit by the door, start to work on a spell. Well, darling, I'm sure you have questions.
I'd rather hear what you have to tell me first.
So you see as she's goes over to what you know is kind of like a closet where she keeps like different items for various spells, and she pulls out a little bottle of sort of olive green dust, it looks like, and what appears to be a piece of honeycomb. Well, as I'm sure you've guessed, Raijin is my drug dealer.
Okay.
And he gives me this drink called Sanish, which isn't, I will say, in my defense, as far as illegal substances go in this city, this is definitely one of the tamer ones. But it just allows me to, it makes you feel better, and it makes you forget things that you don't want to think about anymore.
Okay. I see that the drug that you've been taking, that he's been giving you, I guess, this green substance.
That's a different one.
That's
I don't. That's not what. That's.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not fear.
Right. I was just curious if maybe they might be related. Something's just a little different. That way they can slip fear to people instead of this other drink you've been taking. Maybe that's why they're similar. Is more what I'm
Would
wondering.
I know if there are any similarities?
You said it was green, right? Olive green.
So fear
No,
is green, yes. The Sanish is more of like has more of like a blue Kool-Aid look to it.
Mm-hmm. The thing I got out of the closet is components for a spell that I'm casting.
No. Okay, there we got a little confused. I was
No
like,
worries, no
did you
worries.
just pull drugs out of your cabinet? I mean, yeah, cool. Okay, sorry.
I mean,
I was like, whoa. Okay. Okay. I see. And how long have you gone now without your supply from Raijin?
well, that's why I was there the night I was kidnapped.
I figured as much.
I know it's bad for me, and I want to quit. I really do, but it's just, it's so difficult. It makes, when I don't have it, after a while I get so tired and irritable and feel so slowed down. I just...
Think about the things you don't want to think about.
Yes, that's part of it, but like now, for example, if I tried to perform right after we'd gotten off the ship and I'd been, I guess we can call a spade and say having withdrawals, I almost certain it would have gone terribly, just because it makes me so distracted not having it.
Right. Well, if it makes you feel better, I have an idea how you feel. I'm not just constantly eating meat because I'm hungry. I mean, I'm pretty hungry most of the time, but I've had to deal with cravings of my own that I've had to come to terms with through a lot of talks with my mentor at my monastery, and so I've sought out a lot of guidance personally for that. Because I understand it can be hard. But let me think about this for a second. Bear.
While you're doing this, I am sprinkling this jade dust over the honeycomb, the piece of honeycomb, and starting an incantation. I'm going to cast Magic Mouth.
Oh, okay. But yes,
Um,
Allie, what is your question?
So I'm proficient with cook's utensils and herbalism kits, correct?
Sure.
So could I, and it doesn't necessarily have to be today, it's something I could work on, cook up something that gives her like something that like helps her go to sleep at night, but it's not gonna be addictive like that to help her get off of it.
Anneva, we need to cook.
Like almost like almost like a like, you know what I mean? Like it's like when people do nicotine patches or something, right? Like just
something to help
to-
begin like the
Yeah.
process of getting off of the substance.
Yeah, because as far as Luna's concerned, she's not gonna let her go back to Raijin.
Yeah, go
And
ahead.
she's probably not gonna let her keep pursuing this because it sounds like she needs help doing it. And as someone who's like understands like temptation a lot, I think she would probably want to help. You know?
Sure. Go ahead and what are you using your the spell for? Go ahead and describe what you're doing with it, and I will I will look into that. Allie.
Sure. So this will take 11 minutes total to cast because I'm doing it ritually because I don't have it prepared because why would you prepare ritual spells? But I imagine my front door has a knocker on it. That's one of those ones where it's like the ring inside the mouth of an animal. And let's say that let's go with it's an eagle on mine. So I'm casting it into the door so that if someone comes by and knocks when I am not here, the the door will tell them, like speaking from the eagle's mouth, "Sorry, love, I'm not in at the moment, but I should be back fairly soon." Sort of like an answering machine for visitors.
Gotcha. Okay, I like that.
Luna's just like, why would you not want anyone to know when you're not home? That's not smart. She's thinking very logically about this. She's like, what?
So Luna, you remember a not necessarily, it's not a potion, it's actually a food, and you remember it being prepared at the monastery for you, um, and the monks there called it earth tongue, and what it would do is it won't necessarily give you the same effects. However, it does strengthen your resolve against effects that take a lot of mental control and like control over it. trying to. It's not like it helps with your like how much of something you can consume. It's more like when it comes to decisions in difficult situations, it increases your mental resolve.
Okay, so it doesn't affect your tolerance, it just affects your temptation, basically.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Luna's gonna. Okay. Is this something I can make now?
I would say you probably don't have, because so what it is it's actually a type of mushroom, and
Okay.
you cook the mushroom in a specific way, and when it is prepared in that way, then you get the results from it. So as far as like other ingredients for it, you would probably have, but the mushrooms themselves, which I can look up exactly what they're called again, you would have to either find those at like a marketplace somewhere, or on the outskirts, like if you were to go outside the walls of Ercinder, you could probably find them growing deeper within forest areas. They tend to grow in like moist woodland areas.
Okay. So knowing that, I think I would, like, remembering this, I would probably plan to go to the market tomorrow to see if this is something like I could make.
Okay.
Okay. So, Lady Kennever, I think I have an idea that can help.
Please don't call me lady. It's
Okay, well, sorry, Ken.
beyond that.
Let's be honest. Luna would have said Ken. Okay, let's keep it very real.
I just felt
She
like
shortens
such like
everyone's names.
stock.
She
I
doesn't
just
care
love
if she
how
knows
the
who I am.
interaction goes from Lady Kennever to "Don't call me lady, please." Okay, Ken. Like
Okay, Ken.
completely way
I
down.
felt like you just threw a cup of cold water in my face. I was like, no, that's wrong. Stop it.
I know. I feel like she would have said Ken anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen. I think I have an idea. It's something we used back home that helps. It's not necessarily going to make your body feel better, but it's going to help your mind say no to this drug if that's something you want. It's something we use, and it helped me in the beginning stages of just kind of making the right decisions, and being more conscious about my decisions. And if that's something you want to do, then I'm willing to help you do that. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to let you go see Raijin again. I don't trust him.
Oh, I don't.
He
either.
just tried to hand you another cup of fear in front of my face after I just told him I was your bodyguard, which is red flags all around. So, I can't tell people how to live their life. I mean, you can do what you want, but I'm not gonna let you go back to Raijin. So along with that, you said that it's more complicated with Raijin than it seemed. Is it just? I'm assuming you didn't just mean your drug relation business you were doing with Raijin. I'm assuming there's more to that story.
Well, it's kind of. It's more just. It's obviously very illegal, so I pay him to keep quiet as well. And I just.
So he also has blackmail.
Oh, yes. This is something that I don't want anyone else finding out about.
God.
Like, outside of you and me, the only other person who knows is Rosalind, and she just helps me hide the symptoms sometimes. And just trying to help me quit, much like you are.
I will talk to Rosalind. Is there anything else you would like me to know?
I just... Mostly when I say that it's more complicated than that is just... He's... I mean, You've seen him. He's not a huge physical threat, but in every other way, he's terrifying. He's got this... He thrives off of knowing that he has the power to control people.
Nobody has the power to control you. You only think they do. Luna over here, fucking Yoda. Okay, sorry, keep going.
No, you're right. Nobody has the power to control me. Sometimes it doesn't even feel like I have the power to control myself. And Bianca appears in like a little burst of white feathers on her shoulder, just like starts nuzzling against her head, and just reaches up and starts petting her. Yes, I want to stop. I don't want to keep forgetting. I need to figure out what happened and make it right. But it's like there's this angel on my shoulder that's trying to tell me to quit, and I just can't hear it over the devil that's already inside of my mind.
I think this option that I have will help with that. And just keep in mind, I think that when people are surrounded and in the most chaotic points of their lives, that's often when they find themselves. So just because things are chaotic right now doesn't mean you can't be certain of who you are. You're an entertainer, you like entertaining people, you like being a performer, I think, from what I've
I
seen.
do.
I
I really do.
You like your lovely bird. You live in this nice cozy house. For the most part, it's not all bad. I think it just feels bad because mentally you feel bad. So we're gonna start working on that tomorrow. Tonight has been a long day. I woke up to a dead body and lots of stagnant smells. So I think today we call it a day. And we start better tomorrow. And we can go to the market. Well, you can stay home. I gotta go to the market.
No, I'll come with you.
Okay.
I feel being alone in this house probably isn't the best thing for me.
And remember, just because I sleep outside does not mean you are alone. Just yell out the window. I like the mood is comforting, you know?
That's it. Just seems very overwhelmed right now and just sort of smiles and nods. A couple tears start brimming in her eyes.
Luna's gonna walk up and really awkwardly kind of hug. For what she understands as a hug. Just like, there.
It will be all right.
Just like, kind of like, yeah.
I let out something that's between a chuckle and a sob. You really are not very good at this, are you? And I just hug you back.
But it's good for you, yeah?
We really want to do this again.
Oh, we're calling back. Okay, I go sleep. You go sleep.
Good night,
We
Luna.
will reconvene in the morning. And Luna's
don't-
gonna go
oh,
outside. Oh, wait.
speaking-
What she said.
Speaking of the morning, Toki did want us to. Well, he wanted me to run by his shop. I figured we could probably do that on the way to the market, and I did offer for everyone else to meet up here again in the morning to
Oh.
discuss what happened. Just so that we don't forget.
I think Nuna would be like, okay, and head outside, head to bed.
Good night, Luna. And I will
Good night.
head upstairs.
Fair to be informed, Luna has other plans for tonight, but she's not going to inform Jennifer.
Okay,
Okay.
fair enough. We will get to that in just a second. Valendir,
Yes.
late that night, as you are still just kind of standing amongst the night crowd, just pretending you belong there, you do notice a few individuals that seem a bit out of place. It's not so much how they look or how they're dressed. It's the fact that while everyone is in the process of leaving, what you would guess to be the last few people that were even in the Dimmencoals tavern are leaving, these three individuals are entering. While the Dimmencoals tavern doesn't necessarily have like a, we're only open until, such and such a time, normally after night, especially in the middle of the week, people are not heading into the tavern as everyone else is leaving. Especially not this late at night.
Are they wearing any like specific colors or like family like crests or anything that would stand out to me to identify them?
In the dark, it's very hard to tell. However, when reaching the door, normally at this point in time, people would be asked to leave unless they had some sort of urgent business or something, and no one even addresses them. They're not stopped at the door or anything. They just make their way through.
Okay. I'm going to kind of slowly but kind of casually walk across the way towards the a window of the Dimmencoals
Okay.
and kind of try to peep in and see if I can identify these individuals.
Go ahead and give a perception check.
Sick. 3.
So as far as any discerning details, it's hard to pick anything up. It is very dimly lit with inside at this point in time, as most of the cleanup has already been taken care of. And so to get any details from the clothing that they're wearing, any facial features, is nearly impossible. However, you are not blind, and therefore can see as they make their way through, stopping at the counter for just a second, where there seems to be a bit of like an altercation at the counter. You can hear some like muffled shouts as though they're out of anger, unable to determine exactly what is said. But then you see as the waitress just kind of points off towards the further side of the tavern, where they begin to head after, and she looks scared.
I'll quickly rush in.
As you rush in, you can hear again, some loud voices, and you hear like a thumping sound, followed by a gasp for air. And as you round the corner, you can see as two of them are holding Garrett up by his arms, and one of them is currently in the process of beating him and questioning him. Now, you've got somebody staying here that we're very interested in. I don't know what you're talking about. A lot of people stay here. Again, hits him in the gut. Telling you, I don't know.
I'm gonna round the corner quickly, and I'll be like, "Hey, pull my hood up. You guys looking for me?" And I like kind of lean back against the wall.
The guy doing the interrogation slowly turns around and looks at you. I believe we are.
Alrighty, well, let's get to it. And I pull out my sword.
The three of them now, two of them letting go of Garrett, just kind of letting him drop to the floor as they all arm themselves with their various weapons and begin to approach you. I need you to go ahead and roll initiative.
Please save my boss.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. How do I do this again? 1 sec. Derp. No, stop. There we go. Fucking 6. No, 7. Sorry, it'll be 7.
Okay, so two of them will go, then you will go, and then the last one of them will go.
Okay.
So the first two come rushing in at you, one with a long sword and the other one with a hand axe. The one with the long sword attacking first, that just clangs off of the new armor that you've just purchased. His second attack comes swinging in, and as it does, you're like just pulling the shield off of your back to equip it, and it just knocks the blow from the sword to the side. As the other one comes in for his 2 attacks with his with his hand axe, he like goes for a lower blow, which once again you're able to bat aside with your newly acquired shield. And the last one is a 21 to hit.
Yep. So that's a 21 for my armor class.
Glancing blow. Okay. So with the hand axe, he manages to like hit a spot in between your breastplate and where the rest of your armor begins to pick up at the lower portion of your body, but not getting a very good hit, as he was only able to do 3 points of damage. And it is your turn.
Which of them was the one that was like questioning Garrett?
The one who hasn't gotten to you yet.
Okay. So to the first one that attacked me, I would like to cast actually no. I'm gonna attack once with my longsword.
Okay.
That's what we're gonna do. 13.
13 hits.
Okay, cool. So that'll be 7 points of damage, and I would like to use my divine smite as well.
Do it.
Of which I can't remember where that is. 1 sec. Okay, yep. So another D8 of. No, wait. What is this? 2 D8s.
So
Spend 1 spell slot to deal 2 D8 to 1 target.
yep,
plus
and
1d8.
that's at first level. I don't know if you have any spell levels higher, but you can upcast it for another D8 for every level. Just so
Okay, I can do.
just so you're aware.
I can do. All right, cool. I can do 2. So I'm just gonna do the first level.
Okay, so an extra 2d8 damage.
Yep. And then that'll be an extra 9 points of damage.
An extra
so 7
9
plus
points
9.
of damage. Yeah. So, as the one with the hand axe like just scrapes your side, it was a blow that you allowed yourself to take, because as you turn away from him, you drive your sword forward towards the other one, knocking his sword to the side with your shield and just running your sword all the way through him as he collapses on the floor in front of you.
That's kind of dope. Okay. And so divine smite, that takes up a channel divinity, correct?
No,
No, it
that's
takes up
different.
it's just a
No?
spell slot.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Then for my other action, I will attack the second dude that attacked me.
All right,
As
get him.
my, yeah. Looking at 19 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
6 points of damage.
6 points of
And we'll-
damage.
I'll probably just let that one go.
So I think you can only do divine smite once on each turn.
Yeah.
So.
I'm down.
Let's
All
find
right.
out.
So yeah, the second guy, the guy who had just barely nicked you with his axe, takes a big gash across his stomach. As the one who is doing the interrogation now steps forward, a short sword in one hand and a hand axe in the other hand, and he's going to make his attacks at you. Oh, the first one is a natural 20.
Ooh, nice.
Oh,
Which is 10 points of slashing damage. And the second attack is a 23
Yep, that hits.
for 4 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And as he swings with his short sword across for his second attack, he just kind of like steps back into a bit of a defensive stance as he goes, "You pissed off the wrong people."
those are all slashing damage, right?
Correct.
Okay. Don't forget, Valender, you have resistance to bludgeoning damage.
Yep. Thank you. Oh, shizzle, my nizzle.
Oh man, and then that makes it they went twice, then you went, and then it was them again. So the one guy's dead, so the guy with the hand axe is gonna go again. And the first one, again, you just block it with your shield. The second one, I might hit 21.
Yep, that's a glancing blow.
Oh, okay. Which is only going to do 1 point of damage.
Oh, the one gets me. All right. Well, cool. All right. So, I will attack the one that was closest to me, not the leader looking dude, but this one. And that'll be a 14 to hit.
You said not the leader looking dude?
No.
Okay, then yes,
Yeah,
that will hit.
Okay. Looking at 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Yeah, and as he swings and hits you again, a little irritated, you just bat his axe off to the side, similar to the first attack that downed the first attacker. You run your sword through this one, who also falls to your feet.
Nice. Well, cool. Then I will just use I can sorry, I'm so sorry, it's been a minute. I can move after that. I can just move closer to the gentleman that attacked me. The other
Yeah,
dude.
I mean, he is within your attack range, but if you want to like
Oh,
shift
okay.
over in front of him or something, absolutely.
You know what? Actually, let's just am I able to initiate like not like intentionally non-lethal blows? I don't want to kill
Yes,
this dude.
absolutely.
Okay. Cool.
You can
Then
do
I'll
some
use
dual
my
damage.
I'll use my second attack on him then for 22 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay, and then we're looking at 6 points of damage.
Okay. Nice. So he just takes like a shot to the face from the pommel of your sword, like some blood drips down. He just and goes in for his attacks. First one is the first one just clangs off of your armor. The second attack has similar results as he goes to like thrust in with the short sword, and you just pull your shield tighter, and it glances off to the side.
Sick. Well, I'm gonna try to use my sword and attack him again with non-lethal blows. I just want to get him down.
Okay, go ahead, roll a hit.
23,
That will definitely hit.
and then 8 to damage. And then I'll probably follow it up if that doesn't take him out with another attack.
He's still standing, but he is looking pretty beat up.
And we're looking at 9.
A 9 to hit.
So, no, sorry, 24 to hit. 9.
Yeah,
9
9 points of damage. Okay, so yeah,
Yep.
as he goes to swing again, you like bat one attack off to the side with your shield, again striking him in the face with your the pommel of your sword. And as he comes in for an attack with his axe, your sword blade catches onto the end of the axe, ripping it from his hand. And as you do that, you plant your back foot, driving your shield forward into his face, knocking him off his feet where he lies unconscious on the floor.
Cool. Okay. Cool. All right. I'm gonna look to Garrett, and I'll say, Garrett, I'm sorry to do this to you, but can I have you clean this up? And I'm gonna take the captain dude, the one that's unconscious, and I'm just gonna aggressively grab him by like the scruff of the neck, and I'm gonna like intentionally aggressively, like really rough, drag him outside to the front of the tavern.
So like out in the main street.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the street.
Okay. Garrett like slowly pushes himself up, catching his breath a little bit, and nods as you drag this guy out the front doors.
So I drag him out to the front, and I start just like slapping on his face. Wake up! Wake up!
Failed death save. Failed death save.
He is awake now.
Okay. Okay. So I'm also trying to be loud. I'm trying to cause a scene. I want this to be seen.
Okay.
I bring him up to me, give me a little kiss. No, I'm kidding. I'm like, who sent you?
You know who sent me.
The Olmerang family?
No reply.
I'm shaking him. No response.
No response.
I take my fist and I go like straight for like a punch to the face. Just
Okay.
just a punch to the face. Tell me who sent you.
You know.
I want to hear you say it. And I backhand him.
Make an intimidation check with advantage, please. And should you choose, you can use your strength instead of your charisma.
How do I do that?
So
just-
basically, do you have proficiency in intimidation?
Oh, no, that's a saving throw. Yes, it's a +3 for charisma.
Do you have proficiency in it? So I think, do you have a 16 in your charisma?
Oh. I do, yeah.
Okay, so if you don't have proficiency and you want to use your strength modifier instead of your charisma modifier, you just make a strength check. If you have proficiency in it, then you would also add your proficiency modifier to the strength check.
Okay.
But
Word.
but where you just showed your strength in the tavern and then you're beating the guy, I feel like it's safe that you could say you're using your strength to intimidate this guy, not your charisma.
We'll go with 12.
12?
Yeah.
That was with advantage?
Yeah. Not getting the best rolls.
Combat went well today, though.
Yeah. I mean, I only took a little bit of damage. Not too bad.
He again just like gasping for air. I'm dead either way. Still not giving up any information.
It was the Olmerang family, wasn't it? If you have nothing to live for, you can tell me.
I'd rather have a quick death than a slow one.
And then like conflicted with that knowledge that either way this guy's probably dead, I'm going to put him out of his misery faster, because knowing how vicious these families are, I decided that my justice would be swifter than his torture later on. So I take my sword and I just right down this, like, I'm just gonna like try to like angle it just right down the neck into like the major arteries. It's like a nice clean just stab down.
Thank you.
And then from there, I think I'll probably just pick him up. Probably blood dripping down my back, but I'm gonna
Definitely.
pick him up like this and walk back into the tavern and ask Garrett, where should I dispose of his body?
I put the put the others in the alley out back. I have to inform the guards. I don't want to get
Yes.
in trouble for this.
No, please do. I'll do that. I'm sorry to get you involved in this, Garrett.
I think I was involved before you were.
I obviously withhold the information. I kind of like baited them there.
Sure.
But I'm withholding that from Garrett, obviously. I'm gonna go bring the body to the alley and await the guards.
It's a pretty good wait. As Garrett has to like go find some on the street and then bring them back, and they come out after looking at the scene inside, getting everything from Garrett's side of the situation, everything that happened, and then they make their way back out to the alley. One of them kind of nods. All right, I'll go and get the wagon, and he turns and heads off. With the other one just kind of stays there and starts to take your side of the story. So, what exactly did you see? That was your sword that took them, correct?
Yeah, this is true. I noticed that these three, like, suspicious characters came into this tavern and were harassing Garrett. And I have reason to believe they were looking for me.
What makes you so special that they're looking for you?
Well, because they did tell me they were looking for me.
Oh, well, maybe you could have started with that. Do you know why they were looking for you?
I have my reasons.
What would those be?
I have reason to believe that the Olmerang family is up to something.
The Olmerang family? I'd keep that to yourself if I was you.
Well, you wanted my answer.
What would the Olmerang family want with you?
I may know something that they don't want me to tell anybody.
What
And
would
for your
that
own
be?
safety, I feel like you probably don't want to know it.
He shrugs. Probably right.
Well, I really have to go get some rest now. Sorry to get you involved in all this and cause you any trouble tonight.
No different than any other night, really.
All right, well, with that, I'll bid you adieu. And I just walk away casually.
As you go to walk away, he places his hand on your shoulder, somewhat firmly. Right now, as everything plays out, you just saved the Dim and Cole's Tavern, a very well-known establishment, from being accosted by thieves and murderers. So right now, your name looks pretty good. Try to keep it that way.
I'll do my best. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go. And then
He nods and then just continues to wait for his partner to come back with the wagon.
I'm gonna go to back to my room and put like a chair wedged into my door, like into the door handle,
Gotcha.
and try my best to get some sleep. What little sleep I could probably get.
Sounds good.
The thugs that I was waiting for had arrived.
Toki, arriving back at your house, you do indeed find a feather indicating that Captain Morrison has. It is a green dyed feather, which you know means he's basically he's gotten you an area within. Oh, give me a second, because it's within a specific ward where you guys always meet. Do. The guardhouse within the shop ward, which isn't too terribly far away from you, but basically it just means that he's cleared out an area. You are good to go. He'll meet you there.
Where would you say I'm at right now?
Your house, I thought, is
My
where you
house?
said you were. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and
where you found the feather.
I forget like which ward it's in.
Oh, it's within the shop ward as well.
Okay. And where is everybody staying at?
So,
Like-
you would know Kennever and Luna are staying at Kennever's house, which is within the C ward.
C
And
ward.
Takar and Valandir are staying at
Are
the
at-
Dimming Coals Tavern, which is within the show ward.
Okay.
So you guys are pretty
Would I
spread out
know-
at the moment. But
Yeah. Would I know that that both Takar and Valandir are at the show ward, or just Takar?
no, you would know they both are. You all met in the alley that evening, so you would have that information.
Nah, Toki would probably go by himself.
Fair enough.
I was trying to think if he would let Valandir know at least, since he knows Takar's probably going to be out for the night.
Yeah. Safe bet.
But I think it would be safe to say he doesn't have much faith in Valandir, so he's gonna go on his own.
Okay. So making your way to the like the little guard station area, making your way to one of the back houses where oftentimes they keep deceased until they can be tagged or carried off by the gravedigger. They is where you and Captain Morrison meet. And as you arrive there, Captain Morrison is waiting outside one of the doors, kind of pacing back and forth. And as you kind of drop down behind him, he's like, where is he at? It's getting kind of late. And he like turns around to continue his pacing and turns around and you're standing right there. He's like, God damn you for that bullshit. Well, you're here anyway. All right. Hurry up. We don't have a whole lot of time. The guard who's supposed to be here, I sent him on an early break, but he'll be back here within a few minutes. We need to hurry.
All right, sounds good. And follow Captain Morrison in.
He opens the sliding door and waits for you to come in. He only opens it like just enough for you to slide through. And as the two of you walk through, he quickly shuts it behind you and latches the door. Entering into the room, it's pretty much a big warehouse that seems pretty empty. There's currently like 10 tables set up around in the warehouse. However, only 4 of them are occupied. One with the pieces of the corpse you found in front of Kennever's house, and 3 that have similar wounds, but not, at least at first, definitely not looking as bad. They're not torn into pieces, but especially in the chest area, just right off the bat, it looks to be very similar wounds. Well, this is the bodies that we have. These are the other 3 we found this morning. He gestures to the one in pieces. The one we found at Kennever's, obviously. I guess do your thing.
I'm gonna investigate the body. We said it that the one at Kennever's was missing the heart, right?
Correct.
I think the first thing I'm gonna look for is to see if if all 3 bodies have like their heart there still.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Where's my character sheet? There it is. Investigation. That's a +6, so that's a 19.
19. So, the bodies, upon closer inspection, the one that you found at Kennever's, very clearly looks like it was just like ripped apart. The other 3, it seems as though like pieces of them have been like ripped off, and on 2 of the bodies you can see where it appears to be some sort of like large claw markings on the body. It's very well hidden, just due to the carnage that the corpse is. But after having them cleaned up, on the body that you had found at Kennever's, where it was very difficult to tell what had ripped them apart, or how they had received the damage because of how mutilated the body was. On 2 of them, there's a third one where it's also very difficult to tell. It looks like it's similarly themed, but 2 of them you can pretty clearly see that these are indeed large claw marks that have done the ripping. Inspecting the chest cavity area closer, you do find that all 4 of the bodies are missing their hearts.
The claw marks, could I do what, I recognize the claw marks at all as a certain creature, or
Make a nature check.
nature. That's a +3, so that's a 14. Yeah, 11 + 3, 14.
They don't. They're too large to be even they appear to be too large to be any sort of normal predator that you would find in or around this area. However, they do seem very animalistic in nature. There are 4 slashes, all parallel to each other on each of the claw marks, which would lead you to believe that there are only 4 claws on the creature. However, you do notice on one of the bodies, the one that has cleaned up the best, an interlying, with your investigation check and with your nature check kind of working together here, some scarring that is would support the theory that there was a 5th claw moving in the opposite direction, making you think that the claw pattern is more like a hand than like a paw.
By looking at the claw marks, can I is it safe to assume it was all done by the same creature?
The more you compare the bodies, the more it seems as though, especially with the time in which they were found, it would lead you to believe that this was either the same creature or same type of creature that committed each of these.
Uh, is there like any like DNA evidence I could find, like fur or a feather or like something that like I could try to like
Okay, so
point
not
at, like,
necessarily
okay,
something that you could like
Make a microscope check.
yeah, not necessarily something that you could like test for something, but more so just like get an idea of what type of creature.
yeah.
Besides the claw marks, nothing really stands out to you. Which leads you to believe that none of these victims like either put up a fight or had a chance to put up a fight. They were either so immediately overwhelmed or just like completely unprepared. And you said your investigation check was a 19, correct?
Yes.
The last piece of evidence you would find is on the one that is most, that is cleaned up, like the closest to being intact. You can see along where the claw marks are, the skin, instead of being like the dark grayish purple that's consistent with normal scarring patterns, it has a very light shade of blue tint to each one of the claw markings. The other one where you can clearly see the claw markings, which isn't quite as put together as the first one, you can see has like these yellowish markings along the scars, but also seems to have like somewhat singed the skin around it. The other two are just too mutilated for you to receive any information in that aspect, but these two, that does, with a 19, that does catch your attention as being slightly odd, that they don't match normal scar tissue and that they differ from each other.
And both of those were on the cleaned up body?
No.
They were on two
They
separate
were in two
bodies.
separate bodies. One was on the most cleaned up body, and the other one was on the second body where you could tell there was claw marks, but wasn't quite as well put together.
Toki's gonna ask Morrison, has anyone gotten the chance to like investigate this body more at all? Like, is there any kind of reports I could look at as well?
If I'm being honest, we've done the most work on it. I kind of claimed the most gruesome one for ourselves, and by doing so, kind of placed myself in charge. No one else wants to touch it. Everyone's talking about ghost stories or just trying to cover up that it even happened. As far as other information, I suppose, well, this one obviously was found in the Sea Ward. He gestures to the very mutilated corpse that you guys had found.
Yeah.
This one here, which is the other very rough-looking one, this one was found in a back alleyway in the shop ward. He moves down to the one with the yellowish claw marks on it. This one here, they found this in the dock ward, and this one here, he gestures to the last one. This one was found in the Southern Hill ward.
Sorry, I'm pulling up my map to try to. So you said Southern Hill Ward, the Dock Ward, the Sea Ward, and which one?
Southern, or which one didn't you get? Sorry.
I heard.
You wouldn't know
I
which
got
one you
Southern
didn't
Hill
get.
Ward.
Good.
Shop ward was the other
The-
one.
Shop Ward.
Okay, perfect. Sorry. I realized that I very idiotically asked you, which one didn't you get?
Um. So Southern Hill Ward, Sea Ward. Where was it in the dock ward was it found?
It was found more, I guess, more towards the docks than towards the housing. I guess you could call it Southern Dock Ward, but more like southeastern. It was right off the docks.
Okay. And what time of day were these all these bodies found?
Well, the last one found was the one in the Sea Ward. That's the one that we found at Kennever's house. That one, I'm not exactly sure what time Luna discovered the body, but it was fairly early in the morning. The others were discovered on patrols maybe an hour before that one, all within 20-30 minutes of each other. It's hard to say where they were so spread out.
Two beasts run foul within your streets. With how spread out they are, this could potentially be more than one creature.
I think that makes
The
sense.
the Sea Witch gave us like a riddle
She gave you a riddle?
or like a prophecy of some sort. She said, "Two beasts run foul within your streets, so lock your doors and stay beneath your sheets. What lurks in the darks fears coming to the light. If you bring to them a torch, they will put up a bloody fight. Silver is the price that's paid to spread and kill the fear. So save your coin and spend your weapons for the moment's drawing near."
Never been any good with riddles before. What's it mean?
Well, me breaking this down, like for my best guess, is that we're probably dealing with a were creature or at least because they said two. She said two beasts run foul within your streets, and with how big of a gap, like how big of a space all four bodies were, and found in that short period of time, it would make sense that there's at least two of them.
So you think she's involved somehow?
I don't think so.
Well, how's she know about this?
She I just have a feeling that she's not involved.
Well, I'll keep it to myself for now then. Anything else?
I would go like just to save everyone else's time. I would like explain like what we found throughout the day. At the how there was like the guards at that fight club. The meeting I had. Just give them the rundown of my day
Okay.
and everything I've discovered.
Well, I wish I could say I was surprised that my guards were willing to sell information, but I'm not. Are you sure it was the one who was there at Kennever's?
Without a doubt.
I thought he was one of the good ones. Keep looking, I guess. I suppose at least you made him lose his money. Or, well, more appropriately, Takar did, but...
I'm not sure what to do about Tillman yet.
Let me look into that for now. Suppose you have to give him an answer tomorrow. Maybe say you're interested, but you need some assurances. Try to buy yourself some time. Maybe you could talk to Carr and you could feed him enough information that it makes it seem like you're willing to help and keep him around for a little bit. You know as well as I do that if you turn him down, you're going to be a target.
Yeah, and it would be good to have him on our side. Well, even if
It was Tillman though, you're sure?
I'm more than sure. Even introduced themselves.
My kid goes to his school. Thought he was one of the good ones too. Starting to question if the good ones even exist.
Toki puts a hand on his shoulders. You are one of the good ones.
Thanks.
We're working together to end the corruption in the city. We'll build back up if we have to, but I have all my faith in you that we will be able to, like, bring an end to all this corruption.
I hope you're right. For now, we better get you out of here. It's gonna be back any moment now. I hope this was helpful, and like I said, I'll see what I can find about Tillman, see who he has to have guards in on this. See if I can figure out a way to at least figure out who's on board with it.
Right. If you need anything, you know how to reach me.
Of course. Thanks again.
I like to think he said that with his back turned, and as soon as he said thanks again
Yup,
to turn around,
turns
I was
around,
already
Toki's
gone.
just gone. Yeah, so he goes, thanks, and like kind of looks at the ground for a second. Then not even just for the detective work. Thanks for what you said. God damn it. All right. So then you making your way back to your shop, or after you've disappeared?
I also I would have relayed the info about like the stags and the thugs working together as well.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to make sure that was also in there.
Yeah, that was kind of his comment about like glad you made them lose their money though. That was like for
Yeah.
everyone, the guards, but also like everyone else that was there too. But then you just headed for your shop.
Yeah, I headed for the shop and then probably home for the night just to be back at the shop in the morning.
Yeah, I figured you were like swinging by the shop to add the new information about the bodies to the mystery board. And
Yeah.
I also like to imagine that Toki has like, it's got like 3 different sheets that you can like pull down on it. So like the back one, when all of them are up, is like his main one of the city and all the families and everything. Now he has like a new one pulled down in front of it that's like this new mystery, like the specific one.
He just has a whiteboard that every time you flip it, it's a different.
It's a different thing. But yeah, you make your way back to your home after stopping by your shop. Luna. So what were your plans?
I'm gonna go back to the frozen flame.
All right.
God.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill Raijin.
Okay. On second thought, we will get to that after break because I really have to go to the restroom. So we're gonna take break a little bit early, and we'll come back to that. So don't go anywhere, guys. Luna's about to
Murder.
commit murder.
Hey everybody, I'm Zephyr Scar. I hope you're enjoying this episode. I just wanted to say thank you for watching up to this point, and make sure to go follow me on my Twitch, and Zephyr Scar and all my other socials. Thanks for hanging out, and thank you for your support.
Hey guys, hopefully you're enjoying the episode so far. I know we had a lot of fun making it. If you guys want to catch a little bit more of me, you want to check out my other content, you can find me at twitch.tv/bearwithus. And if you guys want to get in on this live, if you want to watch the story unfold live, you can do that every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on the Tales from Hylem Twitch channel. So hopefully we'll see you there. Break now. Yay.
Yay.
Murder time. At the very least attempted.
Come to die.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so here's my game plan, gamers.
Let's hear it.
So I'm thinking about this logically.
Are you?
Yes, I am actually. I've been thinking about this for 2 sessions now. So
Alright.
yeah, since we met Raijin, which was 2 sessions ago. So
Still the same day though.
it is
Jesus
still the
Christ.
same fucking
God.
day. Yeah. So I would not bring Ken, obviously.
Sure.
I would
yeah.
not bring Valendir. And Takar obviously looks very fucked. As of when I last saw him.
Okay.
So I think I would maybe see if Toki's at his shop.
Okay. And you leave
Because I don't know where he lives, right?
Yeah,
Like
no,
I
you
haven't-
don't know where his house is.
Okay.
So just you kind of give Kenniver some time to get settled
pass
in,
out,
I
yeah.
assume, and then you take off. So
Mhm.
what time are you thinking?
I'd probably check on her. Like, I'd probably peep through a window every hour or so.
Okay. Kenniver, what time do you think you'd
To,
go
like
sleep?
wait for her light to go out, kind of thing. So
I mean, she's probably like exhausted, both like literally and emotionally from just bearing her soul, so probably falls asleep pretty quickly, as much as I hate to say it.
Okay. So we'll say like
Good, you're giving me a lot of time to get back
an-
in sleep. I appreciate
an
that.
hour and a half probably.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Toki left, went to his shop, then went home, saw the feather, then went to Captain Morrison, which that whole encounter took about a half an hour, and then it would have been like another
He left before I left
20-ish
the
20-ish minutes.
tavern, right?
Correct, but
Yeah,
he still
Toki
had
left
Yeah.
before
but
we
he
did.
still was at his
Okay.
shop for a little bit before he went home to find the letter. It was dark by the time not the letter, the feather. By the time he found
Mhm.
the feather in his window, it was dark. So night had fallen. So tell you what, there's a pretty small time gap there. Where well, Toki, just without metagaming, how long would you have stayed at your shop?
Realistically, I feel like he'd probably be there for a good solid 30 minutes to an hour, because
mean,
he
you have
probably
to
would have
put up
added more stuff,
Everything on the board.
put more stuff up on the board, and then he'd probably change back into normal clothes to go home. So I figured 30 minutes to an hour, maybe an hour and a half.
Look, if I gotta do this
Depending-
alone, that's fine.
I would say no, hold on. I would say go ahead and roll Go ahead and roll a D100. I would say there is a.
How do I
80
do that again? I
with how
take the
long
one
he
with the
spends there,
tens.
with when you left
And
and
then roll.
everything. I don't know the
Yeah.
exact time, so what I'm going to say is there's about an 80% chance that Toki's going to be at his shop.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
So
that's
on
what
a-
I'm thinking.
So on a 19 or lower, Toki has already left. Anything higher than a 19, he's at his shop.
Anything lower than a 19, he's at a shop?
19
He's-
or lower, he's left.
He has left.
Looks like I'm doing this solo.
All right.
No. What'd you
I
get?
got a 15.
All right.
All right, let's go, baby.
Wait, what numbers did you roll exactly?
I rolled the 1-0 on this dice,
Okay.
and I rolled a 5 on this dice.
Yep.
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 Okay.
Damn it.
Okay, I'm on my all by myself.
Okay.
This is how I
Stopping
wanted
by-
to do it anyways. The
So
only
s-
reason I even considered bringing Toki is because they all yelled at me on break, guys. So fuck it. This is how I had planned it.
All right. So you make your way.
Bitch.
You make your way to Toki's shop, finding
Yep.
it closed up for the night, and you knock a couple different times. No one ever comes to the door. So you just kind of take a deep breath, kind of shrug, like, yeah, it was just back up anyway, and turn around and begin heading for the show ward to
Yes.
the Frozen Flame.
So I'm definitely gonna go at this with a sneakier approach. I will say.
That would make sense.
Yeah. So I'm gonna kind of go and scope out the Frozen Flame, figure out where he's at, like who's around him, that kind of thing.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check. You can use your intelligence or your wisdom for this because it's more of a surveillance investigation. It's just not
Okay.
really a perception check. Perception's more like looking around, see if anything's looking for you, if there's anything like in the near distance. But you're more trying to scout a place out. So
Okay. I got a 17.
17. So the Frozen Flame seems to be closed up for the night. No one is entering nor exiting through the front entrance. However, with your ability to fly and jumping from roof to roof around it, after around an hour of surveillance, you have seen a couple different people entering in through the back doorway that you had found the night Kennever was kidnapped. Seems they go in kind of nervous, anxious, and come out very calm, and some seem very intoxicated.
Okay. Do I see Raijin?
You've not seen Raijin, no.
Okay. And is this like all one floor or is it 2 floors?
The Frozen Flame is one floor that you're aware of. There's no upstairs.
Okay. And so in the main area, I'm mostly just seeing intoxicated people chilling.
This
for
is
the
in
most
the
part.
this is in the back alleyway because
in the back alleyway.
It is closed up for the night, so you're like on a roof on the other side of the alley, and you've seen people come in like very jittery, very nervous, but they come out seeming very calm, relaxed. Some of them like stumbling, not able to walk straight.
Okay, then given what I know about his dealings, I imagine either he or one of his people are there. So either way, I can get him or some information.
Sure.
So, I think what I would try and do is kind of like when there's a lull in people, like nobody's gone in a bit, kind of like sneak my way in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
15.
15. Making your way inside, the door is a little creaky. but doesn't seem to have drawn any attention immediately anyway. And making your way in, getting a more clear view of the hallway that you've seen one time before when you the first time you spoke to Raijin. But making your way in and down the hallway, you can see where up ahead it continues on straight or turns off to the left where there's a set of stairs. And as you kind of look over the railing, looking down, you do recognize this as kind of the VIP like bar area where you had met with Raijin previously. Going straight back, there's a door at the end of the hallway.
And is there anyone in the VIP area right now, or no?
Currently, it does not appear so.
Okay, then yeah, I'll stealth my way down to the door.
Okay. Making your way down to the door, stealth check.
I got a 17.
17. Okay. You don't feel like you've made too much noise. You arrive at the door.
Oh yeah, I'm going in. I'm looking for this man, so.
Attempting to turn the door handle, you do find it to be locked.
No chance I can pick locks, huh?
Do you have thieves' tools?
Nope.
No.
I could have, but I don't. Nope.
Do you
Didn't want to carry them.
Do you have a dagger or something?
All I have is my sickle.
It'd be a very high DC, but you could attempt.
I'll wing it. I'll try this. I'll try the sneaky way first.
Okay, sure.
I got a nat one, baby. This is going great. Well,
As you like stick your sickle into the lock on the door and go to try and twist it, you feel as it gives way, and the doorknob turns and opens, and Raijin is standing right in front of you.
cool. So my sickle's
Well-
equipped, so that's plus.
Well, this is unexpected.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, sup, bitch, and I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Go ahead and roll initiative.
I got.
Just so you are aware, because of the natural one, I am giving him
Yeah.
advantage on this as he kind of like caught you in the act.
You know, that's fair. I got 18.
He got a 22.
Of course he did. All right, let's do this.
So he's going to like scramble back, just taking like one step back and reaching for the blade on his nightstand, and is going to make his attacks at you with his rapier.
Cool.
The first one to hit is a 17.
Glancing blow.
Glancing blow. Let me get some combat music going too. Okay, and the second one is 17 on the die, so that will 22 to hit. First one is 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
The glancing blow?
halved to
Yeah.
four.
So
Halved to
4.
four.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
the second one is
I thought that was half. I was like, ooh, I got myself in the wrong situation. I was like, oh,
12.
Lord.
12 points
Okay.
of piercing damage on the second attack.
Okay, so that's 16 total.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, he's going to
Of course he is.
out of his pocket pull out a small little capsule and pop it into his mouth, and swallow
yeah.
it.
Oh hell yeah, nice. Okay, Luna is going to attack,
Okay.
obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
So she gets 2 attacks per action, but I'm also gonna spend key points per attack. So, I'm going to, I'll roll to attack my first one. Uh, so, sorry, it's been a while since I've fought. So I rolled plus my hit DC, right? So 26.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And I'm good. If I land a hit, I can spend a key point to make 2 more unarmed strikes.
Flurry of blows.
Yeah. So do I need to roll for those separately as well?
Yep. Those
Okay,
are all
so-
3 different attacks.
Okay, so do you want me to do all my d20s for those and then do my damage?
Yeah, you can do them one at a time if you want. So like roll the hit and then do your damage for it, and then roll the hit.
Okay.
And you
So-
do also have your extra attack at this level. So with Flurry of Blows, you'll be making 4 attacks.
Can I make more if I spend 2 key points or no?
No,
For each
you can only
attack.
spend the 1 key point. But as far as like spending key
Okay.
points, you could spend an additional one, and you could do Stunning Strike.
That's what I
something
was
that you
thinking.
could-
That's what
you
I was
could
thinking.
do.
Okay.
And you
Okay.
can determine that after you've hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
The
Oh yeah,
reason you
because I
can't
have to
do-
hit for that one.
Yeah, the reason you
Yeah.
can't do more than 1 Flurry of Blows is Flurry of Blows allows you to make 2 more attacks as a bonus action. You only get 1 bonus action.
Yeah. Okay, so my first one hit, I roll a d6. Oof. I'm so sorry, buddy. So that's going to be 5 plus 5, so 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. And as you're... that was a punch, right?
Well, I had my sickle in one hand. So
Okay,
can
sure.
I like swing up and then my other ones will be like, bah.
Sure. Yeah,
Cool.
that's totally fine. As your sickle runs across the front of his face, you feel as it almost feels as though it's like scraping against some sort of like stone material, and a lot less blood is drawn than what you thought was going to be.
Cool. Good for him. I just rolled 18 plus 8, 26 again
Yeah,
for my second hit.
that
Yeah.
definitely hits.
Okay. That one is 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage, and as you like strike into him with a punch this time, again you feel as like it's just a lot more solid than what you were expecting from such a skinny individual.
Okay. And then a 21.
That'll hit.
Ooh, and that one was a 6, so plus 5, 11.
11 points of
damage.
damage. Okay.
So that's my first 3 attacks. So I'm going to make another attack, and if that hits, then yeah, I'll do my stunning strike.
Okay. And just so you're aware, you can do your stunning strike at any point in time in the turn. It doesn't have to be your
Yeah,
last
I wasn't
attack.
sure how the Fury of Blows
And
works. So
yeah. if they make the Constitution saving throw, you can do it again the same turn.
Yeah. You don't have a limit on how
You
many
don't-
key points you can spend. You
It's just a
have
limit on like
one
if
action,
it requires
one
a bonus
bonus
action or
action.
an action or something. Yeah.
Uh,
So just so you know.
But the Fury of Blows is a key point.
Yes.
I have to
Yes.
spend a key point.
right
Yes.
to get the ability to punch
So like
2 more
at level
times.
5, you have a total of 5 key points. So you could do Flurry of Flurry of Blows, which would give you like
could
a
blow
total of
threes.
4 attacks, and then you could, with your other 4 key points you have left, you could spend every single one of those on a stunning
Stunning
strike to try to get it to work,
Got it.
if you wanted to.
Got it. Okay. Sounds good. Okay, and so the one I just rolled is 17 plus 8. 25. Right? 25.
Mhm.
Okay. And so damage for that will be 4 plus 5, 9. And then yeah, I'll spend a key point to do my stunning strike, which I haven't used yet. Oh, okay. I can So they have to make a con saving throw.
All right. What is the DC on that? That's a natural 20.
Okay, well it's 13. So fair enough. Yeah. Cool. Good for him.
Anything else with your turn?
That's it for now.
All right. Raijin is going to bonus action disengage and
Bitch.
run to the other side of his bed, and he's going to reach into his drawer where he pulls out a crossbow, a hand crossbow, and he's going to take a shot at you with that.
Okay, so I've got a skill called deflect missiles.
Yep. So if this hits,
okay, cool.
which is the hand crossbow, what is it? Plus, so 24 to hit.
Yeah.
So you take 6 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving. Oh, actually,
No, I have
your
missiles.
your deflect missiles. So go ahead
So
and
I
roll for that.
I get a 1d10 plus 11
Deflect?
is reduced. That's
So
my
you don't
damage.
have to roll.
Yeah. So I got a 13. But since I have a free hand, I can also spend a key point to make a ranged attack.
Yeah, you definitely
like
can.
it's with a monk weapon. And he's close enough. So I just yeet that shit back at him, or
Yeah. You
That's
can,
how it
so if you
works.
spend a key point, you can now make an attack to throw.
So, oh god, what am I? Okay, so my hit is +8 on deflect missiles, my ranged attack. So, 24 hits him, and I do. Where's my d6? I just threw it down. Okay.
What'll be the damage from the weapon? So you'll do a d6.
Yeah. I got 10 points of damage.
And now we're in a very interesting situation because now he is making a Constitution saving throw.
I get fucked, Raijin.
Oh no.
Fair's face. What'd you get?
Oh god!
Yes! Let's go!
Valenir just left.
Yes! Oh, I love it here! I love it here! Yo! Let's go!
I stop rewarding her
Let's
for
go!
buttons.
Get fucked on, Raijin.
So, not only does Raijin take the 10 points of piercing damage from you throwing his crossbow bolt back at him, but he also takes the 4d6 poison damage from the crossbow bolt, which is which is maximized and then rolled because he failed on a crit failure, which is the same as crit succeeding a hit, the way we play.
Mhm.
So
I just
10 points,
fucked up this man.
10 points of damage, plus
Plus
a base
24.
of 24, plus another
I love
2,
this game.
5, 7, 8. So another 32 points of damage total on top of the 10 points of damage that you did with the initial hit from the bolt. And as it pierces into him, you watch this like wave of these green veins shoot out from his chest where he's like wearing these like this night robe that's open, and as it like spider webs across his chest, his eyes like go wide, fall purple, and he falls backwards, breaking through the window and falling out onto the street.
Fucked him up. Damn.
That's what you bitches get for doubting me. Let's go, Luna fucks. All right.
Is combat over?
I bet it is. He seems dead as shit. Unless he's got any cronies. Were there people in the building still at all?
As the window shatters, you can
Yeah.
begin to hear the sounds of shouts like, "Everything all right up there?"
Can I do a very quick perception check for the room? Just see if there's anything like evidence-wise I should grab. Like if I see like, I don't know, dude sells drugs.
Go ahead and sure, make a quick perception check. DC will be pretty high because you're trying to do this very quickly. So
Yeah. My perception check. What's my perception? +2, 21.
21. Within the drawer, you can see a small like a it's like got a metal brace on it and a like wood lining across that's knocked to hold individual hand crossbow bolts. And you notice that the crossbow he was holding in his hand fell out when he was hit by the he dropped it when he was hit by the bolt, and that's laying on the floor. Otherwise everything is like, I mean, the closet doors are closed, the drawers are closed, the bed is fairly well made still. So as far as anything just lying about, the room is very clean other than that.
I'm gonna steal his crossbow and I'm gonna eat.
Okay, I assume
And his arrow.
I assume you grab the crossbow bolts as well. There is a total of 7. There was 8, but one of them is in Raijin now.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal his shit and leave.
And just like flying out the window. So I mean, I guess you can.
No. Maybe out the back door, somewhere sneakier. Maybe a different window. Maybe not where he just directly, from. Yeah.
Sure.
Maybe a different window on the other side of the building.
Okay. So
A little more stealthy than that.
running out the door, looking down the hallway, you can hear
Oh wait,
footsteps
can I ask a question really
approaching
fast?
the stairs.
Sorry. Was he within 5 feet of me, I'm assuming?
No, he was like probably 15,
He
20
he
feet.
disengaged to go across
Because
the
he
room.
he ran across
Okay.
the room from you. So,
Never mind. I wanted to see if I could get some temporary health. Okay, sorry. Keep going.
fair enough. But yeah, as you exit the door, you can hear voices growing louder, and you can hear footsteps quickly approaching the stairs in front of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna yeet myself. Is there? I mean, like, I don't.
So if you remember when you came in
Yeah.
through the back door. At the end of
Yeah.
the hallway, there was a door, and before you got there, to the left, there was a set of stairs. But up
Yeah.
to that, like, there's no like windows along the hallway, and there's not any other rooms to your right. It was just this room at the back, and then down to the VIP area, and then the back door. So
Okay.
so you would have to run in front of the stairs to get to the back door.
Fine.
Okay. What's your movement speed if you dash? It's like 90, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like
Something.
80.
It's crazy.
Especially if you use Step of the Wind.
Yeah, if you spend a key point to do Step of the Wind, you can actually triple your movement speed.
I mean, do I need to?
Might not
My
hurt.
my dash is 80 feet, but yeah, I'll step of the wind it. I've got extra key points.
80 feet would get you to the door, but not out it.
Yeah. Let's step of the wind it then.
Okay.
Let's-
So you step of the wind,
Fast as
you
fuck.
take off running, you hear a couple voices like, "Wait, who is that? You go that way. I'll check on Raijin." And you hear the footsteps like split up as one comes out to find you. I mean, your next turn, I assume you're still just going.
Did he see me?
They saw something run by them.
But they didn't like get a good picture of who I am, probably. Fitty. Yeah. No, I'm gonna head out. That's tomorrow's problem.
Okay. Just continue.
Yeah, I'm gonna step of the wind at home.
Okay. So you just use the last of your key points to step of the
No,
wind all the way home? Or?
I'm level 6, so I have 6.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, are you using the rest of them? Because it's only for
Oh,
one turn.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, so well, that was my 4th key point to get out of the place.
Okay.
So that I have 2 more that I can spend.
Yeah,
so
no,
that one to get
you-
away from the guy, and
you
then
get home
yeah.
pretty quick, especially if you take off flying.
Yeah,
'Cause,
yeah, I'm out.
So take off
I'm
flying,
gone.
and you
Yeah.
go and land peacefully.
Get a nice short rest, at least. Hopefully.
I mean, there's
I didn't
still,
really take
there's
that
still
much
enough
damage.
there's still enough time to get a long rest in. As you land in the tree that you've kind of made your sleeping area next to Kennever's house. Looking over the house, you can't help but just have like a small smile creep across your face. As you go to like close your eyes and kind of like nuzzle in for the night, feeling very calm and accomplished, you feel this somewhat like damp, cool, but in a way comforting breeze coming from the ocean. And it causes you to just kind of look up one last time, noticing the moon in the sky nearing its fullest point. And you can't help but feel comforted by that image as well.
You guys, I didn't need backup.
Is there anything else you would like to do tonight?
Sleep.
Okay.
Have a little snack.
Assassinating drug lords is actually very known to cause hunger. And so as you enjoy a quick little midnight snack and nuzzle back into your resting place, as the tiredness kind of washes over you like calm waves. In front of you, with your eyes closed, instead of darkness, you once again see the moon high in the sky, but it seems to be almost applauding you, congratulating you. And you swear, just for a second, you hear in very soft tone the words, "Well done." Is there any further business anyone else would like to take care of tonight?
Yeah, I think I want to try to prolong the night just a little bit. No, I'm kidding.
Let's keep this session on the same day as long as we can.
I'm actually gonna
Please,
describe
let's change the day.
every thought that's going through Valandir's head
Oh, Lord, please don't.
throughout up until the point where I fall asleep. I'm kidding.
And there I was, standing in the alleyway. I was patiently awaiting the arrival of what I knew was yet to come.
Trying my best to process everything.
All right.
I'm good.
With that being said, welcome to the next day, finally.
Oh, we did it!
It's only been a session.
This is like an episode of Dragon Ball Z, dude.
Yeah. Took us 90 minutes to fucking unscrew a light
We
bulb.
had like three filler episodes in there.
This day was Goku's Kamehameha. Kame! 7 episodes later. Okay, sorry.
That's how I felt watching the first part of Naruto too, with the fight between Kakashi and the hunter. It was like
Yeah.
they led up to that
God,
hunt
that
for
took
like
so long.
4 episodes. But anyway, everybody gets a long rest, so you can mark down anything that you receive for getting a long rest. I don't know
Hey,
why
yo.
I said that.
Hey, yo.
Kennever, I need you to go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw, if you would, please.
Okay.
And follow that up with a wisdom saving throw if you would.
Even 10. And then a wisdom save?
As
17.
as you feel yourself like wake up in the morning and that nagging headache returns and this wave of tiredness like begins to sweep over you, and thoughts of the frozen flame and of the dreaded dealings with Raijin start to become this like necessity within your mind. You get a clearer picture of Luna and a disappointed expression on her face, but a consoling shoulder that you know you can rest your head on. And you kind of dust yourself off, so to speak, and are able to press forward throughout the day. You're not gaining an extra point of exhaustion, but because you did fail your constitution save, any point you already had will stay. But there's no new one. No greater urge to give in.
So I'm assuming up at this point.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do my normal and just go in the morning and check on Ken. Make some breakfast. Luna's like over the moon today. She's like, I'm the fucking best. She's just so excited. She's like, good morning, bacon and eggs.
Jennifer.
Yeah. I'll get up and just give a cursory glance to the drawer that I keep my stash in, and then just go downstairs.
You make your way downstairs to the smells of a breakfast already having been started, and the sounds of Luna moving things around within the kitchen.
Good morning.
Good morning. Are you ready to go shopping today?
Yes, yeah.
Get some breakfast. Best way to start your day.
Should we wait for, to see if anyone comes by first, or?
That's up to you. I don't know when they said they were stopping by potentially. Was there agreed on time? Does anyone know?
I don't think so.
think
Yeah,
uh,
I don't believe we ever came up with an agreed upon time, but I suppose we can go swing by Toki's shop first, and that's partially why I installed I cast the mouth on the door, so that if we were out, they would know that we weren't there. not just being assholes and ignoring them.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, I suppose we could go, She does seem to be a little bit out of it still. Uh, yes, let's go, let's finish eating and then we can go talk to Toki. He was saying something about making me some shoes for my performances.
Good.
And then
And if any of them show up here, you got your door thing now.
we do. We
So,
have the door thing.
yeah.
Yeah, so I will eat breakfast first. Which I'm assuming is amazing. As usual.
Go ahead and roll for it. Make a cooking tools check.
Say less. Well, your breakfast isn't as good as normal. What was my proficiency plus 3? 16.
That's still pretty good breakfast.
It's still pretty good breakfast. It's
Yeah.
not my 23, okay?
No,
I'm
but
just saying.
You have less seasonings and stuff to work with here, so it's a smaller kitchen,
oh, is this why we're going to the market? Did you run out of seasoning?
Yeah.
You
Seasoning.
should have said something. We could have.
I need particular vegetables. Not for me, for you. I don't eat vegetables.
All right. Yes, I will finish eating and then just to make sure it activated properly when we go out, I'm gonna turn and knock on the door.
Okay. Yeah, the message plays.
Excellent. All right. So, yes, let's head to Tokyo Shop then.
Performing today?
I'm thinking about it. I'm still honestly deciding.
You know, it might be a nice distraction.
Yes, I just don't know that I'm ready to yet.
That's fair.
And this conversation's happening while you guys are on your way to Toki Shop then? Like
Yes.
you've already made your way out the door, you're on your way. Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
I just know she had mentioned that he was gonna work on her shoes, her performing shoes, so I was like, oh, is she performing today? Like,
okay.
yeah. I
Valendir, you started to mention you were going to do something?
Yeah, I was gonna
So
undo
jump
the
over
chair
to
from
you
my
real
door
quick.
and yeah, step downstairs and I was gonna actually head over to Arthur's.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll make my way to Arthur's. And yeah, I got some urgent business to discuss, so I'll go straight up to the main door.
Making your way up to the gate, guards let you through. Make your way to the front door, where once again the guards let you through. And coming inside, there is the butler, who greets you. Ah, Master Nehus.
Hello. Is Arthur around?
Unfortunately, he's been called away due to business. Is there something I can perhaps help you with?
You know, I was wondering, is there a place I could stay here for a bit and maybe just like wait until Arthur comes back?
For a
I have
couple
some urgent business for him.
for a couple days, or
How when are you expecting him back?
maybe a week or so?
Really now? Oh,
He was
interesting.
called away last night on some urgent business to a city over.
Well, as you may be aware, Arthur and I are, of course, really great friends. and I'm sure you understand the dynamics of our relationship, correct?
Of course.
Can he spare some men for me?
I could not
I
make a
need-
decision like that. You could speak with his father.
And whereabouts is he?
Well, probably at his estate.
Could I ever get an escort?
To the Embermain estate.
Yes.
I will see what I can do. Is something the matter?
I fear that my life is currently in danger, and I would just appreciate an escort to his father's estate so I can then discuss my business with him.
Forgive me for saying Master Nehus, but your life has been in danger since you re-entered the walls of this city.
Fair enough, but I may have stirred up some trouble.
The longer you're here, the worse it will get.
Yep, which is why I need to go discuss it with Arthur's father immediately.
Again, I will see what I can do. Please make yourself comfortable.
Thank you. And I find probably like the nearest chair and just plop down and sit, just patiently waiting. And I'll wait till something comes up.
All right.
Yep.
Oh, something else. Luna, you would have noticed this morning that there is... Well, actually, I don't think you would have noticed that. Never mind.
Cool.
Damn, what a tease.
I know it.
I thought about it again a little bit more, and I don't think that routine would have been broken yet.
Okay. Your wait is a good 10-15 minutes before the butler returns to you.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Master Nehus, but an escort is not within my abilities to grant out, and there's no one currently within the house with the authority to do so. As long as
How
you're
far away is... All right, can you remind me how far away Arthur's dad's estate is? Or father's
Uh,
estate is?
like down the street a little bit. It's nothing crazy.
All right, I'm just gonna go down there. Thank you so much for your time.
Safe travels.
Put my hood back up, make
Mhm.
my way down the street.
Okay. Make your way down the street to the home of... Just want to make sure I get a GT Embermain, I believe.
Grand Theft Embermain.
Grand Theft Embermain.
Let me double check that real quick.
Let's go.
But regardless, you make your way there. There are guards waiting at the front gate, 2 on the front side and 2 directly on the other side of the gate as well, 4 in total.
Yeah. Well, I make my way up. I probably don't need to like even pound on the gate. They probably see that I'm here. I'm guessing.
Oh yeah. As soon as you arrive, they like step forward. Is there something I can help you with?
I'm here to have an audience with Lord GT Embermain.
Do you have an appointment?
I don't, but the matter is urgent. Can you let him know that Valandir is here?
The guards like look at each other, look back at you, and he taps one of the guards on the other side of the gate and nods at him, and he instantly runs inside. I believe you should stand on this side of the gate, sir. And they open the gate.
I have so much I love how much access I have. It's kind of cool. Anyways, continue. I'm like cheesing. I enter through. My guard's up a little bit. Obviously, I can't really trust anybody. So
A few moments goes by before the same guard comes running back outside, bows in front of you. Follow me, sir.
thank you, and I follow him hastily.
Makes his way inside. He's like a little bit out of breath from running. He like gestures down the hallway to a large set of double doors. In the study, sir. The master is waiting for you there.
And I hurriedly make my way to the study.
As you step in through the door, the room in front of you there's like bookshelves filled with books along the outside. In the center of the room is a very long rectangular but very has ornate carvings, and the staining on it looks very nice. A very long rectangular table. At one end is who you recognize as the father of Arthur Embermain, G.T. Embermain. As you step in through the doors slam shut behind you, and you find as a blade is brought to either side of your throat.
Yeah.
Nice. GT Embermain, what is the meaning of this?
He slowly claps. You've got some gusto, kid. Coming back here, bounty on your head. You know how much they want for you?
I imagine a debt that couldn't be repaid to your son for
Well,
turning in his friend.
my son's already paying for his help with you. You know,
GT.
when I found out,
I'm sorry.
it was hard for me to believe at first. I didn't think my son was that foolish to help a traitor, but apparently I was sorely mistaken. He always was a bleeding heart, never understood the proper ways of nobility.
And that's something that I'm slowly starting to figure out for myself.
You
GT,
know,
we go way back. And you knew my father. You don't seriously think I would do such a thing.
whether or not I think you did it, well, that's beside the point. The fact is, the law says that you did it. Besides, you should know that your father and I never agreed on very much anyway. Your brother and I seem to see eye to eye on things much more often. So, why should I not turn you over to him now? Collect the bounty, which monetarily is not nearly worth my time, as money isn't an issue. However, the standing I could improve with your brother, now, that is a very, very hefty price.
Ballandir just kind of dips his head down a little bit. He's taken a quick moment to think. How can he turn the tide on this scenario? What if I could make you an offer that you couldn't refuse?
Well, then I wouldn't be able to refuse it, would I?
So you'll hear me out for a moment before you
The floor
stick your
is
dogs
yours.
on me. Currently, there's a quarrel that I need help dealing with. And if you can help provide that assistance, then I feel like you might even benefit from it, more so than turning me in.
How so?
You're familiar with the Omerangs?
Of course.
Well, you're familiar with them racketeering their own goods through the black market.
Of course.
and that's probably quite a expensive project that, in the right hands, could be utilized differently. Possibly your hands. I'm willing to let you deal with those dealings if you help me, if you help assist me with the Omorang issue that I have.
And what would that issue be?
I just want an audience with them.
That's
And if
your
you can
whole
grant me that
issue?
audience, my business is my business. But if you can grant me an audience with them, then I can assure you that you will greatly benefit from this scenario. More so than turning me in and letting my presence known to my brother.
Kind of scratches his chin for a second. Mulls it over. No. No deal.
As he says no, I'm going to channel my guiding bolt,
Okay.
and to the gentleman that's like right next to me holding a sword to me, I'm going to cast that on him.
As you form this bolt in your hand, simultaneously the two guards who are both holding their actions are going to attack you.
Wait.
The first one is a natural 20 to hit.
Jesus. Oh, God damn it. Okay, can you remind me how many people are in the room? I thought there was only the one person holding a sword to my throat.
3.
Oh, okay.
Four,
Okay.
four including you.
4 including. Okay.
3
Yes.
including Embermane, yeah.
There's a guy
Yeah,
to
okay.
each side of you holding a sword at
Okay.
your neck. And then there's Lord Embermane and yourself.
Okay. Never mind. I was stressing for a sec. I was like, oh, God, am I actually in a room full of like 10 people? Anyways, go ahead.
No. Nope. Okay, so on the first attack is 21 points of damage.
Holy shit balls.
The second attack is a total of a 22 to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
which is 11 points of slashing damage.
Jesus Christ.
And the second guard will take their attack, which is a...
Wait, you said 11 points of damage?
Correct.
Okay.
So it would be 23
Yeah, to hit? Yeah.
for 13 points of slashing damage. And the last attack is 19 on the die, so 11 points of slashing damage.
Wait, you said 19 on the die, as in 19
As in
to hit?
As in 19 to
That-
hit. No,
so it doesn't-
19. So they
19
rolled
plus.
a 19 on the die plus their modifier.
Holy shit. All right, yeah, I
Yeah.
died. I'm done. Yeah, because that was... Oh, fuck. All right.
So,
Well, that's it.
Valandir, as you summon this energy into your hand, immediately as it begins to glow, the two swords at your neck are drug across, and you feel as blood starts to pour out as you feel your knees begin to weak. both of them simultaneously are kicked, and you feel the bluntness of the pommel of a sword striking you multiple times in the back of the head as you fall forward and fade to darkness.
I really should read the room better next time.
Uh-huh.
Okay, in my defense, I literally only thought there was the one guard here.
That's why you
So
asked for
that's
clarification.
In Bear's
That's my
defense,
bad.
he did say there's a guard on each
There
side
are
of you
two
with a
swords at the
sword
edge
at
of your neck.
Nice. Fuck yeah. All right. Well, that's it for the Valandir.
Damn.
God damn it.
Valandir may wish that was the end for Valandir.
Yeah, probably.
Crazy, cuz.
So, Toki, what are you doing?
It's immediately fucked me.
Toki's
Such a
probably at
shit.
his shop because he told Kennever to meet him there in the morning or during the day at some point. I don't remember if we decided on a time.
You said come by tomorrow.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So you make your way to the shop. The kid who works for you is currently there, like getting everything open, getting ready to start the day.
Basically runs this shop for me.
Yeah,
I
pretty
love
much.
him. This is his shop, and I just take the money.
What a stand-up citizen you are.
I'm sure
I mean,
I pay him well.
Hey, Batman pays for all his gadgets with tax monies. So,
I'm sure I pay the kid well.
All right. But yeah, the two of you, now that you're there, you know, maybe like help here and there, but then make your way to the back room of the shop. And you're just kind of waiting.
Yeah, just kind of look over, bored, and wait till Kennever arrives.
All right. Takar, what are you up to this morning?
Wakes up very dazed and confused.
Definitely a little sore.
Turns around.
At first,
goes back
he's
to bed.
confused as to why he's sore, and then tries to think back on the night, and it's all a blur. All he can remember is going out with Toki. Damn it, what the fuck?
There's like some slight flashes. You remember at some point in time you think you ate soup, and you like look at the nightstand next to your bed. There's an empty bowl of soup there. A little piece of paper sticking out from underneath the bowl.
What does a little piece of paper say?
It's just a note from Toki kind of saying, hey, you were really rough. I brought you back to your room, made sure that you were still alive. If you come by the shop later today, we can discuss what we discovered yesterday.
Well, that'd be great. Maybe he can fill in the blanks in my memory of last night. He says, like, stuffing the paper in his pocket and walking out the door.
All right. You kind of have to like stretch a little more than normal today, being very sore, still bruised, and still like a couple cuts on your face that are like they're scabbed over, but still very much in the healing process. As you set out of the Dimming Cole's Tavern, jeez, Dimming Cole's Tavern, and towards the shop ward, and towards Toki's shop. Arriving there just moments after you see Kennever and Luna also like just walking up to the shop. You like come around the corner like right as they've been greeted by Toki's extra hand. He's kind of like waves pleasantly and motions for you to wait a second as he's like currently has a shoe on a shoehorn and is working on tapping some tacks into the bottom of it. And as he finishes up, he brushes himself off a little bit. Is there something I can do to help you?
Yeah, is Toki in?
The two of you hear Takar say from behind you as you like go to say something.
good morning, Taka.
Oh yeah, morning. Looks back at the helping hand. Seriously, where's Toki?
I'm glad
Just-
to see that you're up and moving around.
Points and gestures to the back, like a little intimidated by the large dwarf in front of him now.
Who's
Did you like the
probably-
soup?
Probably still bruised.
Oh, did you make that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I vaguely remember drinking it last night.
But I hope it made you feel better.
Possibly.
Nice. Well, you're walking today, so I'll take the credit where it's due.
You guys can make your way into the shop.
Back room.
Into the back room. Toki, the door opens up and you see your three of your compatriots enter.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, everyone. Looks up Takar. I'm so glad to see you up and around.
Yeah, about that. Can you perhaps fill some gaps in my memory?
Toki gestures for y'all to sit as he shuts before he shuts the door, looks over at Kennever. It's like, did you bring your performance shoes?
Yes.
Recon, yes.
Hey, I mean, you were planning on you were thinking
That's
about
why I was
performing
here,
today.
yes.
You were thinking about performing today, so
Yes.
it makes sense to me. Sure, you grabbed your shoes before you left, just in case
That
you
is
don't get
why
back
I
home.
would be here, is to have him. Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's more proof Kennever is smarter than I am.
I'm gonna take him over to my little assistant, which I don't think we have a name for, do we?
Yeah,
Assistant.
we do.
His
but
name
we
is Assistant.
We say it so little.
Oh, it's in the notes, I bet you.
I bet it is too.
I'm gonna go find it.
All right,
Let's see whose notes finds it faster.
it's not gonna be mine. I made it up the session you found out you had one. So
Okay. Oh. I bet.
it would
I'm
either be
looking right
last
now
session
for-
or 2 sessions ago. I'm pretty sure.
Ivan,
Ivan.
that's his name.
I totally knew that.
Yep.
Toki's gonna take the shoes to Ivan. Lady Kenver has a very important performance, so we wanna just give these a touch up.
Yes, of course. He,
I'm sure he'll do great for the shop as well.
he like nods and like seems a little embarrassed that he didn't recognize you at first, and like takes your shoes and just like takes the pair that he was working off and just like tosses them off to the side and immediately
Oh, you can
begins
finish
working on.
Okay.
As you guys like turn to head back into the back room, you hear him like cussing himself out a little bit under his breath. God damn it! Like, you get so distracted thinking about your other things, and you never.
I will telepathically send him a message. Darling, it's fine. Seriously.
Okay.
And, I'm gonna shut the door. All right, so I'm gonna explain everything to Takar about the fights. I just try to like jog his memory about everything.
Man, Takar, that's cold.
Well, to all of y'all, but Takar was the one that was specifically.
Yeah, so you guys were
Why
all
can't
hearing
I
about
remember
this for
things?
you guys are all
Yeah.
hearing about this for the
Hold
first
on a
time.
minute.
Takar is like slowly nodding along, like, yeah, that's something I would do.
That makes
Mhm.
sense.
Yep,
I
I'm
remember piece
following.
of that. Yeah. That's how those Connect got it.
That's where this bruise came from.
But yeah, you can explain in full what happened. I assume you relay the information you got from him sacrificing his body like that as well.
Yeah.
Do you speak to them about Tillman?
Yes.
What exactly do you say?
That is a good question.
Yeah. Cause I'm gonna try to figure. I gotta try to figure out a way to word it without upsetting Takar too much.
Good luck.
Good
Yeah.
fucking luck.
Yeah.
You will need it.
Does he also tell us about meeting with Captain Morrison?
I don't think he's
Yeah,
gotten to that yet. But
I haven't gotten to
timeline-wise,
that
we're
part,
not
but
there
I
yet.
will most likely just talk about the entire night.
Okay.
Um.
I was wondering if you would avoid the Tillman subject for as long as possible.
I'm trying. How do I say?
Gibbs really thinking on this one.
I don't blame him.
This is... I wouldn't want to piss him off either.
Takar was already pissed off at him for the
Yeah.
whole slave comment.
It's a good thing that he lost.
He
most
Good
got
of
thing
his
he don't.
concussed.
He doesn't remember it.
Yeah.
Man, how would I go about this? Is hard. Fuck. Okay, so Toki is gonna say that he had a meeting with Tillman. Just like I met up with Tillman afterwards, the man who owed me who betted against you, Takar.
From my understanding, there were a lot of people that bet against me.
Oh yeah, but this one specifically was we had a gentleman's bet that, let me tell you, if you didn't win, I don't know how I was gonna pay him back.
Working for him.
All right,
But
continue.
we had a meeting, and he had a offer.
Okay. And
This is like the
Sorry.
most awkward. It's like, oh, what's the point? Okay. I feel like we know it's gonna be bad at this point.
He had an offer for me to help him
We're getting there slowly.
Toki lets out a big sigh.
I mean, you were talking to Tillman, whatever his last name is. I can't
Lungston.
remember.
I was gonna say Langston for a second. I was like, that's not
Langston,
right.
It's close.
Couldn't have been that bad.
Fuck.
It's like a band-aid.
Toki's trying to
I really
avoid...
thought you were better with words than this, Toki. Just spit it out already.
Toki's
He
trying
doesn't
to
talk.
avoid the same fate that Valandir just suffered.
You're right.
Toki's also trying to avoid like having Takar just be like, I'm gonna fucking kill him before I can do anything. He's gonna look at Takar like, Takar, you know you can trust me, right?
I thought I did, but if you're having this much trouble explaining one little deal,
Yeah,
you're starting to sound a little suspicious.
Look, I want nothing more than to get rid of the corruption in this town. It's why I came back. And all these families, they're all connected deeply into all of this. And I think I'm not condoning this, and I don't know what I'm gonna tell him. But Captain Morrison gave you a little bit of advice on it. And I believe that we should at least lead him to believe we're on his side. Because, well, Takar, Toki like rubs his head. He sort of thinks you're my slave.
Jakar is just blankly staring at you.
We're still
He-
talking about.
He thinks
Oh.
what now?
He thinks I owed you. And he's a man of power, so I played along because it's good to get close to the Longstons. If we can like get him to believe we're on his side, that'll get us closer to the corruption and put an end to a lot of bad stuff happening here in town.
I'm straight up just waiting for the Doom music to kick in.
But you mentioned a deal. Him thinking he's your slave isn't a
That's not a.
No, that's
deal.
not. That's I'm
yeah.
getting
So
there.
okay, yeah.
So
Okay.
what you're saying is we need to go have a nice little sit down with this man and clear up this misunderstanding. He has
No.
a straight face, but there is electricity flowing through his beard right now.
He has a job for that he thinks that we could. He wants to get rid of the Storeraven clan.
All the heeing and hawing around just to rip that band-aid off.
Yeah, I just I have no other way to do this, and I'm tracking this out.
So what you're saying is negotiations off the table,
Well,
execution only solution.
Down the line, yes, I will
Hold
let
on.
you kill this man.
2 in 24 hours.
Excuse me?
Nothing.
We'll circle back to that, but
That wasn't me. I
Sorry.
didn't say it out loud.
You
That
can't
was
wheel
me.
back
That's
from
my
that
normal
now.
Voice. Yeah, I can. That was me celebrating. I wouldn't give that away like that. Kid's not gonna know for a while.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna find out as soon as it gets reported.
Well, I'm gonna wait for you to bring up Regin. I was gonna wait to rip that bandit off later.
I know he receives help from both the Tri-Harbor Thugs and the White Stags.
He's got them working together?
Yes.
Still missing the part where I should care.
He wants me to send you to Karin as an inside man to feed details.
Hell
to
no,
give
no
insider
way.
information.
I'd rather see him burn in hell.
Look, I completely agree with you. I'm supposed to meet him tonight and give him an answer.
Great, perfect time to kill him.
We now. This is the best shot we have of having an in with the Lungstons.
Why would I want an in with them?
Because it's not for you, it's for the city.
I don't give a damn about this city.
I mean, fair.
Yeah, to be fair, look, me either.
Yeah, this was gonna be the hard part.
Just be happy he hasn't started swinging yet.
I know.
Well, this is awkward.
I never thought the Longstons would be. Wow.
What do you mean?
I mean, he's one of the most highly regarded nobles in the city. He donates to charity. He's set up several schools, sent families to school who couldn't afford it.
Family has an otherwise untouched name.
Completely.
That could be huge. But also, I understand. Takar.
No,
I'd
I
wanna
do too.
fuck him up
Hearing
too. Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
hearing that has seemed to have quelled some of Takar's rage. Like, he's mad, but he's not an idiot.
I mean, if we shatter the idea that this one holier than thou family is in fact good people, and they're actually deeply rooted in a lot of the problems in this city, that could be huge. That could turn huge tides among people.
Or it could start a citywide riot that doesn't end until half the city is dead.
I mean, same thing. Yeah. 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. Yeah.
I mean, I suppose technically you're not wrong.
I mean, we've said many times that many have tried and failed. And people already have their suspicions about other families in the city. But this one is untouched, as far as I'm hearing from Ken.
Which would make it look really bad if I just killed him in the street.
Yes.
Yeah, that would look really bad on your part. We'd probably have to leave very quickly. Which
Well, at least
I do.
I would. I don't know why you guys would.
Well, I'd maybe join you.
Like, the worst thing about him is he's a bit of a flirt, but that's it.
This is a chance to take this family down.
Is there a way we can seemingly feed him information that ends up either being irrelevant, not completely wrong, right? Because if we're completely guiding him down the wrong path all the time, he's going to be
Yes.
suspicious. But something that's not enough to hurt your clan,
Or something that
but shows that we're seemingly holding up our end of the bargain. Like, this will have to be incredibly well orchestrated to make sure that he doesn't become suspicious of us. Well, Toki and Takar, because I don't know if I want my face on this. But also to not get any of Takar's people more
Right.
hurt than they already have been.
Right, it's... I mean, I knew that there were people upset at how long the Storm Ravens were holding out, but I never imagined they would take it that far.
To completely murder an entire group of people? Yeah. You haven't lived long outside the city, have you?
I've never lived outside this city.
Yeah. What these families are capable of is not great.
Well, and that is no secret. That's the open secret, that the families are intertwined with the criminal guilds, and they run the city. But the problem is they've got so much power, it's hard to do anything about it. Even the best
Toki,
men have a price that they can be bought for. Not literally, like their confidence.
Toki like walks up to the board and just starts kind of like pointing out things like, I have nothing on this family. I can draw some lines to the Elder Heart taking barbarian prisoners and selling them to the grassland orcs. I have strong suspicions of the Everune family being the ones that started like getting the fear out. We have nothing. Me and Captain Morrison are very suspicious of the Embermains, but we have nothing to go on that yet.
Well, Valandir might be able to help us with that. It sounded like he was pretty close with them.
Maybe.
That'd be great if I'd been able to find Valandir.
Yeah, where the heck is he? Why isn't he in this meeting?
He was going... He did say he was doing some... Well, no, we saw him as we went into the tavern last night, right?
Yeah,
He
you
definitely
saw
saw us.
You
yeah.
saw him outside of the tavern, yeah, because his first like stealth check wasn't very high, and so you guys had noticed him. But
It
Well-
looked like he was wearing some new armor. Maybe he's having things forged for him, and he went to go pick them up.
That's fair. He wouldn't have necessarily known we were meeting here. Well, I mean, if Tillman truly has connections with both the White Stags and the Tri Harbor Thugs,
That is a
That's-
giant problem.
yes. But not only that, that could also give us even more connections to all the families who are also associating with these gangs and the inner workings between the families potentially.
DM, on any of the names that Toki said he didn't have anything on, I didn't recognize any of them, and like that something that I might know having lived here my whole life, would I?
no,
Okay.
Oh, I also have nothing on the Elmerang family. I left that out.
well, you guys do. Oh well, no, because never mind.
Valandir is the only one who
You're
has
the
that
only one
information.
knows that.
Be really useful if he was at this meeting right now.
Maybe he'll be skulking about the tavern tonight again.
Maybe. Can you just hear it when he talks shit about you? Because then you could probably find him.
You know, I seem to have a sixth sense for it. However, no, nothing in the air right now. Yeah.
It was worth a shot. Maybe we're approaching this from too much of an offensive angle. Like, we have those murders happen that are being investigated. If we like start building up reputation for undeniably doing the city good, then we would be able to, like, if we made some more serious accusations, people would at least be more conflicted about taking the side of the nobles.
Oh yeah, speaking of, I met with Captain Morrison last night, and I proceeded to tell him all my findings.
Yeah, so everything about the other mystery that you guys are currently working on. Quick refresher, there was he could tell that there was claw marks on some of the victims. Two of the victims had like a bluish coloration to the scarring, while another one had like a yellowish, almost burned scarring on the tissue of the wounds. The locations of the bodies were the southern hill ward, the dock ward, the shop ward, and the sea ward, obviously, which you already knew. Two of the corpses were pretty mutilated, one of them in which you already knew about. The other two were a little bit easier to obtain information with, and all of them were missing their hearts.
And they were all found like within like 20 to 30 minutes of each other, you said?
Yeah, yep. As far as they could tell. Again, it's very
Yeah.
hard to tell. They were super spread out, and they don't have like an
So-
accurate way of keeping time yet, other than just the sun. And
With all the information we now have from the Sea Witch's prophecy / riddle to like the very specific details about the coloration of the scarring, could I make some sort of intelligence check, since I read a lot of books because I'm lonely, to see if I can figure out what this might be?
I mean, to be fair, Luna's already brought up that might be some form of were. I mean, I asked that question.
Yeah,
for
I think we're
Sea
all
Witch,
thinking that. But
and
I'm wondering if we can
there's
narrow
not
it
really
down.
anything you could like confirm based off
and
of
I
what you've found.
yeah, I would assume Toki brought up like his thoughts about there being two of them since they're spread out because he brought that up to Captain Morrison.
Is
Yeah,
pretty
it was
much-
also two. It did say there was in the riddle itself. I think it said something about them being
Two
two.
beasts.
So that
Two
kind of
beasts.
confirms it's like not like it's more likely not like a hypothetical like two beasts, two
Yeah,
systems
no,
we're dealing with,
it's-
but two actual beasts.
Not one of those riddles about two wolves inside you.
Mm-hmm.
It does specifically say beasts, though, so... And you said they looked more like... It looked like they were made by something with 5 digits.
Yes.
I mean, I struggle to think of what that could be other than some sort of werebeast.
Doesn't sound like anything I've ever encountered.
Jennifer, do you think your informant wouldn't know anything about that? About any sort of beast?
I mean, I'm pretty sure we asked him, but there was also some aggressive tension in the air, so I could go back and ask him again, I suppose.
No.
Now you're acting sketchy. What did you do?
Yeah,
I
we
know you
we
don't
we
want me
can't
to.
scratch that tree anymore. We're nixing that one. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Make an insight check.
honestly, I would say with the conversation you had yesterday, no. She straight up told you yesterday she wasn't gonna let you go back.
Luna, I know that. Fine, maybe I don't go. Maybe one of you goes. But he's.
No. How do I put this? I don't think really anyone is gonna be talking to Raijin.
Would that name ring a bell to me?
Yes,
Because I don't think they mentioned any.
you know of Raijin.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be pretty quiet from now on.
Luna, what did you do?
Do you
I
really
killed
have
him.
to ask?
Yeah, I killed him. Last night. He's dead. R.I.P.
We got it.
specifically asked you not to?
What?
He specifically
me.
asked you not.
No. You didn't ask me to not kill him.
I did.
You said don't do anything crazy. And I thought it was a very sane decision.
No, I very distinctly remember
Mm,
on our walk to the dimming coals, I said,
yeah.
don't kill him. It's not that simple.
Oh, it was pretty simple, honestly. It was a really fast fight.
What would I know about Raijin?
Well, from
Other than that, he's
from
dead.
the time you've gotten here, he's definitely been one of the larger distributors of vices within the city, especially when it comes to narcotics. He has not necessarily his hands in many pockets, but many hands in his pockets. A lot of the families do business through him. The White Stags and the Tri Harbor Thugs do business through him. He has a lot of connections and a lot of people who are reliant on him for multiple different reasons. Some being to outsource the narcotics that they push. Others he just has information about that they would rather didn't go anywhere. And it's suspected that he also, within his tavern that he owns, houses people who are either under investigation or are just straight up fleeing capture by the city guard. And he'll do that for either White Stags or Tri Harbor Thugs. And now you know he's dead.
Jennifer looks very hurt and betrayed.
I'm sorry, Kennever.
I'm sorry, your informant was Raijin?
Emphasis on was, apparently.
To be fair, I don't know if I'm gonna make my judgment call based on someone who had your kind of connections with Raijin. So I made my own judgment call. And it went swimmingly.
Luna, there's a
The
concept-
initial process did.
There's a concept called a power vacuum.
Mhm.
Are you familiar?
Mhm.
And that didn't. All right.
Do I have a way to contact Captain Morrison, or is it like a one-way street? Like he just leaves like a feather at my house.
As of right now, that's your form of communication.
I have no way of like telling him we need to meet.
The only reasoning for that is because most of the time where he spends his place is either home or at one of the guard houses within the town, and it's not really safe for you to leave things at the guardhouse, and he wants to keep his family as far removed from this as possible.
I'm sure Morrison's already heard about the death by now.
No, what did you do with his body?
You what?
I left it
Where did you leave it?
in the street.
Please tell me you just didn't kill him like on the middle of the street.
No, I killed him in his room and he fell out the window.
Pokey, is I assume there's like there's like a little window in his office, like, and he's gonna like walk up and like kind of like peek out, like, and you're absolutely sure no one knows you're there. You were there.
Well, 50-50.
That's
So here's the dealio. There was kind of what... Okay. You're very familiar, Ken.
Yes.
I kind of went back through the VIP area downstairs. I scoped out the shop before I went in, right? I'm not just gonna go in when the house is full. I'm not fucking stupid. But I scoped out the house, waited. He obviously had people coming and going all night, likely for a hookup. Not, the drug kind. And so I waited till there was a lull in clientele. No one had gone in for a while, so I went in. No one was in there that I saw. Went down to the VIP area back. He wasn't in the VIP area, so I went back to the room. And as I was trying to sneak my way into the room, he opened the door and I killed him.
Okay, seems
On my
like
way out,
Oh no.
people were coming downstairs,
upstairs.
but I moved. What? I thought it was downstairs.
The stairs would have been down for you, up for them.
The VIP lounge and his room were two different areas. The lounge, the hallway, and the lounge.
Either way, some people were going up, coming down the stairs, and I dashed past very fast. So I don't know if they got like a clear look at me, but I can't say for sure.
You're not exactly the most inconspicuous.
I had my robot. Give me a break. I was being sneaky. So
I think Toki would just be shocked right now. Wouldn't really know what to say.
I also stole his crossbow and arrows, which had some weird coating on them. And I'm very happy that they didn't hit me and I threw it back at him and killed him with them because it did not look fun. Yeah.
So you killed him with his own crossbow bolt.
I did. Yeah, it was really cool.
And then took his crossbow.
Yes, I did. And the arrows, yeah.
So in other words, you
see
murdered
the problem
somebody
with that.
and kept the weapon.
I did. It was really cool.
Isn't that?
I didn't know what was on the bolts. I was curious.
Can I make you retract your "you're not an idiot" statement?
No. I mean, we can get rid of the crossbow. I'm just curious about the arrows, really.
Look, I will. You can leave the crossbow here in the office. No one will find it. It'll be safe here. All right, I normally don't do this. Toki puts like a couple shoes in a box really quick. I'm gonna have to get a hold of Morrison.
You want me to send for him?
Can you do that?
Bianca appears in a puff of like white smoke on her shoulder. I'm sure she knows his face well enough by now.
Okay, that's way less easier. Toki just puts the box away.
Way less easier?
Or that's
More
way more easier.
If you just write him a note saying to come to your shop.
Should we send a second one for Val or?
You guys know you could leave one at the Deming Coles, just
Yeah.
at the front desk, so that when they see
Because
him.
because we don't know. So
Right.
Yeah.
You have no idea that he's done what he's done. Yes, I can have. She obviously knows who Garrett is. Um, so I can have her leave a note for Valandir with him, and she's seen Captain Morrison enough. I'm sure she would recognize him if she saw him.
I think it's best we get Captain Morrison involved in that ASAP so that doesn't come back to us. Mostly you.
Yes. All right. I will start writing a note to one for Valandir to be dropped off at the Dimming Coals with Garrett, and one for Captain Morrison to be delivered when she finds him.
Okay. What do the notes say? Just, I mean, briefly. To give you word
Valandir,
for
we're all
word.
meeting at Toki's shop. Please come by once you're awake or receive this. And then Captain Morrison, we're at Toki's shop. Please come by. There have been several things that need to be discussed.
Bianca
Several
takes.
happenings.
You can like just roll them up, tie the notes to one to each foot.
Yep.
Send Bianca on her way.
Thank you, darling.
What do you do in the meantime?
I am avoiding eye contact with Luna.
Toki's avoiding eye contact with the car.
No,
So Luna and Takar are looking at each other, and Kennifer and Toki
No.
are looking at each other.
Takar is glaring at Toki. Like, Luna gets to kill her enemy, but I can't kill mine.
To be fair, it wasn't my enemy.
Also, not a member of the Lungston family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have shittier enemies, bro.
Look.
less
if there was
convenient. I don't
any-
know about shittier, but less convenient. They were both pretty
Yeah.
shitty people.
Less
Yeah,
protected.
I asked if there was any more information about the situation that Ken wanted to give me, and all I knew was he was a drug dealer and he wasn't that physically strong. And I was like,
Yeah.
say less.
Weak
He's
prey.
scum of the earth. I'll go kill him. That's all I knew. So I said,
just
yeah.
had
I
a
will
ro-
go
you
back
just
in
had
the
to roll
notes
4
and find
points
where I
higher.
said it is more complicated than that.
I
Killing him
asked you to
won't solve
explain.
anything.
And I just thought the more complicated was he was your supplier. That's all you told me. He said, I'll explain. And I said, okay. Is there anything else? He said, nope.
So, are you just all just kind of just waiting at this point?
It's a little awkward, but I think Toki would bring up Tillman again and be like, what should we do about this?
You should get Captain Morrison's up, but once he gets here.
Kill him.
Well, that's the long-term goal, which I won't take
Toki,
that away from you.
Yeah,
but-
Toki looks over at Takar. You have my word. You will be the one to kill him.
All right, now we can start making a plan.
All right, and as you guys begin into your plan as to what to do with Tillman Lungston, we shift back to Valandir.
Welcome to the dungeon.
Feeling very groggy.
Groggy?
Vision blurry.
I got beat up, dude.
Head pounding. You can feel pain on the sides of your neck where you remember getting slashed what seemed like moments ago. As you like instantly reach up trying to like almost instinctively like stop the blood, you feel the lack of any scarring. As your eyes begin to clear and come out of this tunnel vision, your head is still being rocked by this painful pounding headache. But you find yourself lying on a bed more of a board hooked to a wall, chains holding it up. You manage to sit up, but taking in your surroundings, there's a tiny bit of light on the outside of an iron cell door. You're in nothing but your street clothes, pants and a shirt on. Your weapons nowhere nearby, your armor nowhere nearby. Stone walls surround you except for the iron gate in front of you. Begin to hear a sound of footsteps on stone slowly approaching you, echoing off of the walls.
I just
Outline of a
hold my breath.
the outline of a figure a little bit shorter than yourself. Shadow for the most part with the dim light. It stops in front of your cell. You see as loosely grips the iron bars. Hello, brother.
Okay, fair. Can you remind me my brother's name? It's like weeks ago we came up with it.
I believe it's in your notes, but yeah,
God damn it! One second, let me
absolutely. Your brother's name?
look. Oh. No, I think it's in our personal Discord.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's
Which
in
is way-
our personal one?
Yeah, or like our personal messages, not in, which is like way up here. All right. Anyways, one sec. Let me figure this out. It's gonna bug me. One sec. We're gonna get this. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, just bear with me.
Ah,
Nah.
Oh god damn it. Okay, never mind, Bear.
That's on me. I should have had this up.
No, it's cool. I can't find it. It's
I'm Octavia.
I have a
that is
I have a pretty good
interesting
idea
name.
of what it is, but if I'm being honest, I was hoping you were gonna say it, and then I would
I can
confirm it.
dude, I can
Just whisper it to him.
no, you want to message it to me?
That's what I meant.
Oh yeah. Sorry, it's been forever. I
Fine.
didn't think we were gonna get to this point today,
You're fine. No worries.
but I also don't want to spoil it.
Pretty sure that's what it was, but
Okay. Can you remind me the last name too? Do you remember what we had picked?
yeah, I can send that to you as well.
Yeah. No, just for future reference. I don't need the last name right now. But,
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I'll send it to you when we get done.
Sorry.
You're fine.
I should know this,
Start
right?
over.
Oh god.
Hello, brother.
Veridin. Well, guess we both knew our paths would join up at one point.
No, actually, I thought you'd be smart enough to never return. Your presence here is somewhat of a surprise.
It's a surprise to me as well.
Part of me thought you were already dead. Would have been easier that way, surely. So what
Well-
brings back Valandir, rightful heir to the throne of Ercinder?
Veridin. What brings me back is we need to figure out what you're doing. It's
I-
unacceptable.
I quite know what I'm doing. Your plans are the confusing ones. Let me see if I've missed anything so far. You boarded a ship as a favor to Arthur Ambermain. It was shipwrecked. You avoided death on an island, made your way back, and after the narrow escape with death, you decided to tempt it once more by staying in my city. Since you've been here, you've been working with Arthur to clean the place up a little bit. Make a deal for your precious barbarian friends, who you've somehow come into contact with, have some sort of deep connection to. So not only do you defy my orders by being banished and still choosing to return, even on pain of death, you've also sided with the enemy. That's 2 accounts of treason. I should hang you twice.
Baradin, the only enemy here is that which you created.
Are you saying I created you? Because currently here, with us, you're the only enemy. Well, the only living enemy.
You forced my hand. After you killed Father and usurped the throne, there's no reason for you to be here.
I would disagree. I would say that my plotting and planning has given me every right to be here. It's the reason I'm on this side of the bars, and you're on that side. It's the reason why the gallows are being prepared for you, and the orders for the hanging are being given by me.
Well, brother, you haven't accounted for at least one thing. And it's my ability to make friends. Okay, guy, don't laugh at me, okay?
The dwarf-
Fallon.
The dwarf you've been marching through town with? Oh, don't worry, there's eyes on him. No,
Oh,
Valandir, I know much about you. Perhaps not everything, but enough to ensure that you will die. That you will suffer first. And that those who helped you in the past shall find a similar ending. My connections run deeper than any family you could have sided with within the city, though I must admit the Embermains was a wise choice. Though I suppose GT will have to create a new heir now.
I start like shaking a little bit. Don't you do anything to my friends.
Do anything. I assure you I plan to do nothing to Arthur. It's already been done.
What have you done to Arthur?
He's on an extended stay on a ocean getaway.
I think in my head, that must be why the butler thought he was only gonna be gone for like a week. He's probably already dead. You son of a bitch!
Oh, now.
I started shaking like violently.
My mother's your mother. You shouldn't speak ill of the dead like that. We'll be seeing each other again shortly.
You're gonna pay for this, Varadin.
Steps slowly get further and further away.
I start like shaking and just like just losing it.
And that's where we're getting in tonight's session.
Fucking knew
Damn
it.
it, Bear. Damn it, Bear. You should have messaged me. I ruined the climax, not even knowing my own brother's name.
It's all good. It's all good, man.
That was good though.
It
That was good.
happens. It was a
was
stressful
funny.
situation.
I was stressing, man. I'm
Had
like,
you
oh
had
shit.
you not had to come up with it in the moment, you would have remembered it. Like,
I was literally like thinking like maybe I should just make up a name on the spot, but then I didn't want to like ruin whatever Lori may have had.
honestly, in the
Written up,
future,
so-
if you just
do
make
it.
something up, I'll just go with it.
Because his name would have been Divendir otherwise, which would have been our previous last name. So
Yep.
Veridin Divendir?
No, it would his first name would have been Divendir.
That
As opposed
it
to
used to be that used to be his last name, but
Yeah.
Oh.
we
Yep.
changed it. But yeah, no. So interesting situation. The whole party has found themselves in. The tensions are ever so high. I love the drama. I'm just saying, I love it.
right. There's two different conflicts between 4 people.
3. Oh,
Wait.
between the 4 people. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, between the 4,
And
and
then
then there's my shit that's going on,
Valendir's stuff is also going on. This is
which
This is fun. I'm having fun. I hope everyone else
To
is
rescue
enjoying
this
themselves.
man from the gallows.
So fucking tired of being terrorists.
right. We're practically terrorists, honestly. Like
Let's talk about I did a good deed.
I'm gonna blow up this dungeon is what's gonna happen. No, I'm kidding.
No, please find a way to get yourself out of there.
I'm gonna certainly try. Trust me. I'll figure something out. I'm crafty. Well, that's cool. Well, yeah.
All right. That
GG's,
is gonna
guys.
do it for tonight's session. I tried it earlier and it worked. We could raid, so we're gonna try to raid somebody tonight. Hopefully it works.
Yeah, let's do it.
So stick around for that. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for sticking around. You guys being here means so much to me, so much to us. I can't thank you guys enough. If you guys are here and you enjoyed what you saw of the show, and you haven't followed, go ahead and hit the follow button. It really helps us out. We're trying to hit the affiliate status right now, like as quickly as possible, so we can start pumping out emotes, all the fun stuff you can do with your channel once you've hit affiliate. If you guys want more information when we're going to be going live, clips from the previous episodes, stuff like that, you can go follow the TikTok. It's Tales from Hylem. Also make sure you subscribe to the YouTube in case you missed part of tonight's episode or you don't get it watched before the VOD disappears, because the VOD does disappear after 7 days. However, we do upload them to YouTube. So the previous 7 episodes are available, and this one will be available as well on hopefully this week on Friday. I had it all ready to go, and then I forgot to post it on Friday. So hopefully on Friday. If not, it'll be up by Saturday, in time that you can get caught up before the next episode begins. And then last thing is, once we do hit affiliate, we're going to do a fun little stream here where you guys help create an NPC for the campaign that will be a reoccurring NPC within the campaign. So if you guys are interested in that, tell your friends and family that are interested in D&D to come check us out. And I'm excited to watch this community grow. But other than that, guys, I believe that concludes this episode of Tales